Anyway, hello. Welcome to the Lumia Sports Podcast featuring Tony El Tigre.
Arr.
There you go. Okay. And
Is that how Tiger sounds? Something like that.
Something like that for sure. We are going to preview every game from Week 7 of the NFL season. For those watching the stream, we also are going to break down each individual game, and I'll post them up as well if you just want to fast forward to your team. You don't care about the league, which I respect. Fuck the league.
Yeah.
They hate us. They hate the Eagles. And we will also be going over what we picked last week and the standings and everything like that. But before we do that, Tony L. Tigre and I have some observations we made from Week 6 of the NFL season. So, Tony, what did you figure out in Week 6?
I didn't figure something out. I just got to say something to everybody. You feel me?
Okay. Whatever you got to do, man.
They keep trying to count them out. Stop trying to count them out, bro. Just accept that they are who they are.
What does that mean?
You know who I'm talking about.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
A team that just beat a contender.
Oh, you're talking about the Chiefs?
People keep trying to count them out, bro.
What people? Who are they, and who counted the Chiefs out?
People, bro. They were like,
I don't.
People were saying that. People were saying if man was going to win the division.
That's crazy.
You saw that?
I mean, yeah.
They were saying if man was going to win the division. But you know the thing about if man is the only way that if man works is if he has the best team in the league. That's how. Then if man will be the best quarterback in
Even
the
then,
league.
it's touch and go. Really. So,
If man had the best O-line, the best receivers, the best, everything. But I have another thing, right? Baker Mayfield, man. I don't know how he's getting it done, man. It don't matter who's out there. So he loses his starting running back.
yeah.
He loses all his receivers because he lost Ibuka in the game.
Yeah.
While also not having Godwin and also not having Mike Evans. So he's on his third and fourth string. Well, his fourth and fifth string wide receivers. And his backup running back, who was a starter, who was good and just got replaced. But regardless, his backup running back, his fourth and fifth string running back, and they beat a 49ers team who, with Mac Jones, had not lost a game yet. And the 49ers are obviously dealing with injuries as well. Fred Warner got hurt in the game. So,
Yeah, he's done.
he's hurt as well. So, it's like the 49ers are dealing with similar injuries, and they're similar in a way because they really, outside of McCaffrey, that whole team has gone in and out. But Baker's losing like all his skill positions, and he keeps winning games. I think he's lost. He lost to the Eagles. Did they lose another game?
Who?
The Buccaneers.
The
Are they 5-1?
Yeah, they're 5-1.
So they only lost to the Super Bowl champions.
Yes.
So right now, I think it's safe to say I saw Mahomes was the leading MVP candidate in reports, which is kind of crazy. He's 3-3, but Baker is number 2. I think for me right now, Baker should probably be number 1. For sure.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I think Baker's clearly number 1, in my opinion. That's how I would see it, just like you. I think, to your Mahomes point, I picked against them. I didn't feel great about it. And I honestly kept doing sympathy picks because I felt bad. I always pick against the Lions or don't pick them to do something. So then I had picked them, and I shouldn't have done that. The one thing, Baker, I don't know how he's doing it. I got to just be honest. I watched the game, and I have no idea. I don't know. It almost felt like last game they just went in with the intention that they were going to run the ball, and then they did, and it was working. Like, they were moving the ball regardless on the 49ers. I don't know if Fred got hurt. They just kept running at him. And then, after that, what happened specifically last game was they had just bad communication without Fred, so the secondary players were getting mixed up a lot. And, every time, the thing is, though, the second Baker sees it, he's attacking it, and it's a touchdown. Like, he'll do nothing, and he only has 1 interception this year, and then he's just immediately scoring a touchdown.
Crazy.
If you leave, it's nuts the way he plays. because he's also running too. I mean, he's just been up there for sure.
He's been the number one pick that he was touted to be.
Yeah.
You know.
Facts. And so, well, when you get away from Cleveland, that makes everything easier. One thing I learned, big thing I learned from this weekend, I told Tony this, it's a mix of two things. Kind of stay humble-ish thing, that's part one. But part two, a bigger overlying lesson. When you don't stay humble, beware of when a bad team wins a game. Because the Titans, I just knew they were losing to the Raiders. And the Raiders suck.
They do.
And this week I will be picking against the Raiders because they won.
They also playing the Chiefs on top of that, so they're going to lose.
Hey, losing by 11, a lot. It's a lot of points. We
Oh,
always
is that
act
the
like
spread?
it is the spread.
Yeah, because I have no knowledge of what
Yeah.
any of these spreads are.
You normally do, but this week I wrote them down.
Yeah.
I was being helpful.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like not knowing.
Yeah. The mystery. Me too. Kind of helps me. Now I do know. I know too much now. But
Yeah.
basically, I know that the Raiders sucked.
They do.
And the Titans, you know, I wanted to believe in my head that they'd be good, but I had to just stay with the reality of they suck. And the only reason they were kind of good, well, it took a lot of luck against the Cardinals, A, but B, they said they were ass. You know what the Raiders did? They played like they were ass against the Titans. They said, we're going to run the ball downhill. We're not going to trust Geno to do anything until this game is up 2 scores. And then Geno threw a pick. But they were up 2 scores. So it was like practicing. But they didn't force anything. They just let the defense play. They ran the ball. And they kicked field goals when it was time. And they just let Genty be the best player on the team, which is what he's there to do. They didn't try to throw it down the field. It was remarkable. I'm like, oh, for this week, they actually came to grips with the fact that they suck.
Yeah.
So that is what I learned. Be humble and be aware of when a team gets too big for their bridges.
Now I have a question for you.
Bridges. What's up?
The New York Giants.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they a bad team that won a game, or are they real?
In my opinion, I don't know anything. I don't want to make it seem like I know anything. But in my opinion, they're a home team. That's what they are.
Okay.
And that's just it.
Oh, so they went to New Orleans and lost.
Yes.
Okay.
At home against Chargers, win. At home against Eagles, win. On the road against the Saints, loss. There's a home team. Same with the Falcons. Falcons are a crazy home team. I'm like, yo, why the fuck is everything working now? But nothing works on the road. Not a thing. There's another home team who I'll mention when we get to their game. But I still think I have to pick them. But they're definitely a home team. Now, real quick, before we go over the previews, I want to go over what we did last week. Heading into, this is our review of the Week 6 preview. Heading into last week, I sat at 37-49, and Tony sat at 35-51. The good news is it got a lot worse, but we're going to detail why. Maybe this will help us get better. Eagles, 7.5. Tony, he took the birds, 7.5. What actually happened, Scatterboo and Dart became national sensations. Not great. Broncos, Jets, -7.5. The Jets suck. We knew this, but overseas for some reason couldn't do anything. We got that one wrong because they only won by 2 because Bo Nix decided to just – and Sean Payton too, by the way, decided not to do anything. Rams, Ravens. Rams my lock. Easy money. I mean, what else are you going to – the Ravens fucking suck. So, and Tony can't pick the Ravens because it's his team, or else that would have been his lock as well. Even though the Ravens tried to fight, they can't score from the 1-yard line.
Well, we can't both choose the same lock.
Yeah, that too. That is another rule. We cannot choose the same lock. Locks, by the way, crucial. So I got 2 wins for that. Big lock. So I'm at 2-2 now. Cowboys, Panthers. We both took the Cowboys, even though their defense sucks. We just didn't know Rico Dowdle is the best player in the history of the NFL. And the Panthers win the game. 30-27.
Bro.
And a mixture of the Cowboys have the worst defense of all time as well. Go ahead.
Hey, look, For one, that's discrediting what the Ravens have been producing this year.
The Ravens held the Rams to 17. That's the only reason I'm giving them. It's a week-by-week basis with them. They're fighting. Don't get it twisted. They're right there together.
Yeah. But,
I don't mean to disrespect the Ravens' shit defense.
Yeah, don't disrespect how trash we truly are.
Shout out, Nell, by the way. I see you joining.
Did Nell say something?
Yeah, he did. I can only see, for some reason it says disabled on this, so I can only see it on my phone. But I'll keep it right there. So there you go. If anyone
If
talks,
I can see.
Yeah, that's true. You can't really see. Anyway, moving on.
That's it. What is it?
I don't know. I just wanted to shout them out. Cardinals, Colts. We picked the Colts -7. We didn't know Jacoby Brissett way better than Kyler Murray.
We didn't know he'd be playing for
that's
one.
That's true. But would you have picked them anyway?
No.
Okay. We didn't know the Cardinals could look competent against a Colts team that I think is really good, and it was just Jacoby Brissett. Seahawks, Jags, -1 Jags. Tony took the Seahawks, and JSN became, until I guess Jamar Chase last night reestablished himself, the best receiver in the league. And the Jags.
Well, they're still Puka. They're still Puka.
Puka's hurt. Tell Puka to play the games.
And we can never discredit what Justin Jefferson gives us. I think JSN's top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
But number 1, I wouldn't quite
He's
put him
first
there
in
yet.
yards.
He is that.
Second in catches, I believe.
He is that. Sam Darnold. Hey, look.
He was doing it with Geno.
I picked it up. I picked him up in fantasy. I saw DK leave, and I was like, oh, yeah, JSN is really good. I saw he was coming alive at the end of last year. I was like, let me get that. Because I know Darnold is a spammer, too. Because he was spamming Jefferson. Or he was spamming Addison. He was spamming one of them.
It's facts.
Shout out Darnold.
Shout out Darnold. Darnold snapping. Darnold is in the MVP discussion for sure. Playing crazy. And that Seahawks team is rolling. Chargers, Dolphins. We both took the Chargers. A-Chain had 120. Chargers defense not really there. Herbert, late clutch win for Herbert. He actually did clutch up. I watched. He dodged the sack, threw it to Ladd.
Saw it, yeah.
Ladd made a play, game-winning field goal.
Saw that.
Tua, bad teammate. Throwing his teammates under the bus for him throwing 3 interceptions. Not a great sign.
Show up to the player-only meeting so I can stop throwing picks.
Yeah, exactly. Browns, Steelers, Pittsburgh, -5.5. We got that one right. Both of us. Easy money. The Browns suck. That's all we learned. We didn't even learn. We already knew. But they should start them. It's time. They won't, but they should. Patriots, Saints. Patriots, -3.5. Easy money. Although Spencer Rattler throwing bombs, but Drake May ascended into the MVP race for me personally. From what I'm seeing, he's playing some of the best. Last week, he was the best. On a week-to-week basis, he played the best of any quarterback in the league just last week. He didn't miss any throws. He was throwing it deep incredibly, hitting big passes, every third down, converting it. And honestly, if he didn't do that, they could have lost the Saints because they have no run game, and they keep giving the ball to Ramondre Stevenson, which they need to stop. Titans, Raiders. We already talked about this one. The Titans won a game. The Raiders had lost 4 straight. One team just wanted it more. And Brian Callahan fired. That's how bad losing to the Raiders was.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Raiders.
Can't lose to the Raiders. 49ers, Tampa Bay. Tony took the Bucks. Easy win for him. I took Mac Jones. I bought into the hype. I just wanted to be right about my article, and I was wrong. Brock, you got your job back. Bengals. By the way, Mac was bad. 2 picks, and I think he fumbled the ball. I was like, you can't.
He did lose the game.
He started turning the ball over. I'm like, damn it. You folded it. Soiled it. Bengals, Packers. We didn't know. We still didn't know heading into last night, but we definitely didn't know that Joe Flacco is just that much better than Jake Browning. And they had a relevant offense. And the Packers, Josh Jacobs, took over the entire game. However, Jordan Love threw a weird pick, which Jordan Love is apt to do. Lions, Chiefs. I took the Lions. Mistake. Tony took the Chiefs, and the Chiefs won by a lot because Jared Goff can't move and is a statue, and Mahomes is going to move the ball. Also, Chiefs are just going to get that call that they need to get, those little pass interferences, and they had Brian Branch out there trying to fight people. Not trying to, successfully throwing right hooks at Juju Smith-Schuster.
He is now suspended next week.
Yeah, good job. Good job, Lions. One game at Arrowhead just destroyed their whole season. It's not mentally tough. I just gotta be honest with you.
That's what happens.
Yeah, not to everybody. Not whatever. Bills, Falcons. We both had the Bills for the 5th straight time this year. We've been incorrect on the Bills line. The Bills spreads just keep flummoxing us. We keep expecting them to win. They don't win. Well, covering spreads, they don't cover.
Well, they're
just not as good as we think they are.
Wait, so that was game 6. So did we get one of them right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, so I guess
Maybe 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm forgetting No, we got one right. Jets. No, you got that wrong though. Right? Yeah, cause
I don't remember.
you took the Jets because you said division.
Oh yeah.
That was when you were going straight with the division formula.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter.
It worked last. It mattered.
It doesn't
last
matter
night.
it doesn't matter if you're the Jets.
It mattered last night.
It did matter last night. Now that was more veteran leadership.
Exactly. That was more. Why did y'all trade for him?
You know what that was? That was all Mike Tomlin showing his emotions way too soon. That's what that was. Bears, Commanders, last game of the week. This was Tony's lock of the week. He saw Jaden. He started glazing, and they ended up losing. I also picked the Commanders. But they end up losing the game. Sloppy game for the Commanders. Turnovers that you normally don't see. But Jaden's getting a little reckless right now, got to be honest. And something about Caleb. He's already been to the depths. He's already had a coaching change. He just says he's not going to be as reckless. And so far, it has worked. So now,
I've learned how bad the Commanders' run defense is as well, because that thing is bad. DeAndre Swift was cooking.
Yeah, Swift was cooking.
DeAndre Swift is
the
good.
Commanders' defense is not good. They have not been good all season.
Yeah.
They were good one game against the Chargers, weirdly. Which, I mean, the Chargers O-line might have
Well,
been...
they were good against the Giants as well.
That doesn't count.
Russell Wilson doesn't count as a human.
Did you see what Dayball was doing? Bro was entering the tent. He's like, whoa. Russ is back out here. No.
Scatterbo ran up in that shit, too. Scatterbo was like, I got some smelling salts for you. I got some drugs. Get your ass out there, best friend.
He got right back out there.
He got his best friend right out there.
Fuck a concussion.
Exactly.
Scott's like, I'll teach you how to deal with a concussion.
Concussion proofed himself.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you do it. Just ram your head against this real quick. You'll be fine. You'll be straight, dog. So let's get into it. First game of the week. London game, you blokes. Rams going up against the Jags. Rams minus 3.5. Quick review. Rams last week beat the Ravens again. Tony couldn't pick that spread. I could. -7 got down right. Easy money. But Stafford, a little up and down. I mean, Puka injured. Big news. Puka is out now for this game.
He is.
Defense though, screaming. I mean, it's a little easier against Cooper Rush, but they only let up 3 points. The Ravens didn't score from the 1, and eventually Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams did their thing. Going up against the Jags. Jags last week lost to the Seahawks 20-12. Tony got that spread right. I got that spread incorrect, taking the Jags. They just couldn't block at all, anything. The Seahawks D-line just ate them alive, cooked them. Offense was just really out of rhythm. They did have big plays, and they all got taken back from like illegal formations. They had 10 penalties for 80 yards. Greg Newsome, the newest addition to Strapsonville, got cooked. He got put in a blender by JSN, which happens, you know. There's no Puka out here.
If he's going to lead the league in yards, you know.
Be the best wideout. One of them. Until Jamar Chase found Flacco.
Yeah. He just needed Joe back.
Yeah.
Joe Cool.
A Joe. Not this Jake shit.
A Joe Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not calling him that. Anyway, Rams, Jags. Tony, El Tigre. Rams -3.5 in London. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Saxonville.
Strapsonville.
Sure, whatever Sonville they want to be this time.
Strapsonville.
I remember they used to be Saxonville. Now they're Strapsonville. Whatever they want to be.
Strapsonville. That's what it is.
They did not strap nothing last week, but I think they're gonna strap up this week though. I think they're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna hang on. You know, I mean. So the question is, in the Seahawks loss, did they get exposed or are the Seahawks just a good team? And then At the end of the, I feel more strongly that the Seahawks are a good team than I feel like the Jaguars just folded.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that. The Rams, Puka is a very big component of their offense. Obviously, now they have other talent outside of him. They have Adams. They have they have other receivers that can take the place. I think one's name is like Witt something, and then
Whitmore. I forget his name.
yeah, him. And then they have obviously
What was that?
they have like Atwell.
Were you just
Yeah, a little bit. Had something stuck in my teeth.
Bro got a fur ball.
Yeah, exactly. But what else is there?
Oh man.
Kyron Williams is still doing good, and their defensive line is still good, but
Spam, man.
they just be fine. The
Spam's
Jaguars,
criminal.
the Jaguars be finding ways to do it.
They just
So,
lost.
They just lost, but they be finding ways to do it.
You know what's scary, Tony?
What's scary?
Even though you got a hairball midway through your argument, you kind of convinced me. The other thing convincing me, 3.5 is so many points. I'm realizing that with every week. I keep thinking that's a lot. It's not. And without Puka, and the Jags defense is really good. Like, even going up against Seattle, they only let up 20.
Yeah, and Seattle's been one of the top 5 offenses.
Now, the scary part is the Rams' D-line I feel like is going to eat up the Jags as well. But if they can just tune down the penalties a little bit, London games are always weird too. And the Rams' offense didn't look good against the Ravens. It really didn't.
Yeah,
It actually got better when Puka went out, which was weird. It got better in the second half. Maybe they just entered the game like, we don't got to do shit, but that's not how you can enter a game. And I think there might be another part of it that, like, Matthew Stafford not in domes? Question mark? I don't know if London's the dome, though. But I just like that Jags defense. And we've seen them now. It's been a couple times. Everyone's trying to gas up Stafford, and I get it. When they look good, he puts up a lot of yards. He really does. But when it looks bad, he does a lot of bullshit.
he looks like an old man.
He does look like an old man. And the Jags are not the defense you want to be an old man against. They're not going to let Kyron cook them. They're too good at linebacker. And you don't have the guy to expose Greg Newsome, which would be Puka. I'm taking the Jags. Taking the Jags, man.
Same page.
Yeah. Now, what is the path, obviously, for the Rams to win and cover?
Well, for them to cover, be them pretty much winning the game, says they're the favorites. But
By more than 3. Kind of
right.
got to.
by over 3. Yeah. I think the Jaguars the Jaguars are prone to mistakes for sure. Even when they win their games, it looks very sloppy.
Yeah, they'll get a game-winning touchdown and, let's say, for instance, fumble the ball literally on that play. And fall down twice.
So it can definitely be sloppy. So they need the sloppiness to just they just need to capitalize off the sloppy plays that the Jaguars are definitely capable of giving them, because they win funky for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely not clean football.
And again, we've seen them lose to the Jake Browning Bengals.
Yeah.
So they beat the Chiefs and lost to the Jake Browning Bengals. They can beat or lose to anybody. So
It's true.
they're just one of those weird teams, for sure.
I think for the Rams to win the game by that much, it's just got to be their D-line. Their D-line has to kind of not let the Jags score, because I don't know how much points they're going to score. I don't really trust their offense against this Jags team. Sorry. But I do think their D-line can completely dominate the game, get a turnover, get a strip sack. I mean, Byron Young's going crazy. And I know he's got like 7 sacks, and that's alongside Verse on the other end. So you got those two guys going in. That's been huge for them. But their corners can be an issue. So if they don't get pressure, it could flip. And again, if the Jags, like you said, if they play a little cleaner, which sometimes you might see the emphasis of, hey, we just had 10 penalties, clean it up. And that game kind of felt like almost a message game to both the teams. It was like the
Seahawks and the Jaguars.
Yeah, it kind of felt like you might get a refereed game like this in the playoffs. That's why it wasn't televised. The NFL does shit. You just got to pay attention. It wasn't the most televised game. The most televised game was Cowboys-Panthers, which is the Cowboys, but that also was a better game because of how it was being called. It was 7 flags on the Seahawks, too. The Seahawks weren't completely not getting flags. They were calling pity-pat shit. So if you clean that up a little bit, maybe they're trying to warn you, like, hey, the Chiefs are complaining about you guys because you did this. Watch out. Just little things to note. But we'll see if they can clean that up this week. But for the Rams, find a way to get Karen to run the ball on them. Find a way to get Devontae involved. Maybe you throw a deep bomb to Atwell, who will get open, and just D-line, make some plays. Oh, man. This is going to be next up, the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead, where the Kansas City Chiefs just won, beating it down the Lions big time. That spread, 10.5 for the Chiefs. Let's just touch on the Raiders first. The Raiders won a game, and that game was so destructive, it got a coach fired. But they won that game 17-3, and you have to wonder, maybe, possibly, perhaps, did the Raiders realize that they're the Raiders and that they're ass? They ran the ball. Geno threw only 1 pick.
Oh, shit.
I know. We back up. Because they didn't let him throw the ball. So if you don't let him throw the ball, for some reason they started throwing it to the tight end with Mayer in there and not Bowers. Weird activity.
Yeah.
But whatever, it happened. Weird. But they ended up beating the Titans 17-3. Tony believed that the Titans were better than the Raiders. He might be right, but that's why their coach got fired. And I just thought that the Raiders had lost so many embarrassing games that against the Titans, they would see in a game to get revenge. By the way, that game, extremely physical, hard-hitting. Both teams did not want to lose. They were smoking people out there. It was like a last gasp game for the defenses. Like, all right, well, we got to play with some pride. Saying pride type game. So that's what that felt like. Chiefs, none of that. They actually got axle punched. But the Chiefs went out there, beat down the Lions 30-17. It was amazing to me. By the way, I picked the Lions. Dumb. Tony picked Mahomes. Duh. And you don't pick golf to beat Mahomes, I guess. At least not if Chris Jones is playing. So in this game, Mahomes went out, and it was just around that late first half, early second half. They just hit the gas on the Lions, started scoring on them at will, and then their defense was able to play out in front, ears pinned back, and with Goff not being able to move, it was a wrap. He was in the pocket, couldn't run. They were able to hold down the running game enough, and they shut down Amon-Ra St. Brown, which teams do not normally do. Amon-Ra only had 45 receiving yards in that game.
Is the defense back?
I have an answer for that, and I'll pick, and then I'll let you know. Kind of is the answer. Spread, like we said, Chiefs, minus 10.5. Give me the Chiefs. I'm not doing that shit again. I almost want to make them my lock. I'm very close, but I'm going to give Tony the opportunity. Tony wants it. It's right there for you, dude. Chiefs at home versus the Raiders, 10.5. But I'm taking the Chiefs. I just think that Geno isn't fast enough to get out of the pocket, and that's what the Chiefs' weakness is guarding fast quarterbacks. Now, they did it to Lamar, which is weird, but against Hurts, they kind of had some issues, and against Trevor Lawrence was actually just cooking them with his ability to run the football out there. So with Geno not being that fast and the Raiders' line being terrible, the Chiefs know what they're going to see. They're going to see runs, and if they see some passes, they would love that because that's where you – and if you get a lead because the Raiders' defense can suck, if you can just get around Max Crosby – that Raiders defense sucks. And so, Chiefs, my 10.5, book it, give me. Tony, who you got?
Yeah, I've only picked against the Chiefs one time, which was against the Eagles, and that's the only time. That's one of the few times I'll be picking against them this season. Definitely not going to pick against them because of the Las Vegas Raiders. You know, you made a point, and I agree with it. The Raiders just won a game.
Yeah.
They suck.
They're bad.
So, you feel me? I'm just gonna make it easy. I'm gonna go with Mahomes.
All right, Tone. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the easy part of the podcast. Now for the difficult part.
How do they win?
How do the Raiders and Geno Smith pull this off, baby? How do they get to 3-4, beating the Chiefs
in Arrowhead with Rashee Rice. By the way, we didn't mention Rashee Rice coming back this week.
So is it about winning or about spread?
Either or.
I feel like spread is easier than winning.
You don't think the Raiders have any chance to win?
No.
Okay. Well, there's the kiss of death, guys. So when the Raiders win, you guys laugh. That's why that happened. But how do the Raiders?
When the Raiders win, coaches get fired. I don't think Andy Reid is about to get fired.
Mike Vrabel didn't get fired.
Hey, look, that was the start of the season. Now we're too far in to let the Raiders win. We know our team now. The Patriots were still figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Okay, so how do the Raiders cover, man? Give some Raiders fans some hope, some optimism, dude.
I can't. The optimism is that they tank and they get a good they get some good O linemen in the draft. The optimism is the future, not the present.
The future.
Exactly. So, but how do they cover? Ball control. Don't just try to keep time of possession.
Yeah.
Try to win the time of possession game. Run the ball, run pass, run pass, kick some field goals. Don't let Geno do anything.
Yeah.
Unless he absolutely has to.
Yeah.
And it's not even fully Geno's fault. It's just that offensive line is just so bad where the fact that he can't move and isn't a great decision maker, especially in that short amount of time. Because he wasn't bad. He made the playoffs each time in Seattle. They wrote me off, but I ain't right back. All that. So,
Yeah.
So he's not bad. It's just he's bad on this team because unless you're like a great quarterback, you'll be bad on this team, unfortunately.
This is Geno's fault. I completely disagree with you. He leads the league in interceptions. That's your fault. Stop throwing interceptions.
Hey, this team sucks.
This team does suck.
And Geno's not that good.
Yeah, Geno sucks too. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. They both suck. Yes, the team is bad, but Geno also is bad.
He was just good. He was just good.
He was so good that they said bye.
Hey, that happens.
They said, "See you later, dude."
It happens more often too.
And how does that team look now without him?
Better, or just as good, if not better.
Way better. They look way better. The path for the Raiders. Geno has to throw it under 20 times. Gentry runs the ball. Max Crosby, 2.5 sacks, forces a fumble, gets a turnover.
Catches another pick.
The Chiefs don't get any flags their way. That would hurt you.
Whoa.
On any drives. I know, it's tough.
Whoa.
I know. We're trying to cook up the perfect formula. Let me cook. No big flags. No bobbled field goal attempts. No blocked field goals that could possibly win you the game. That's how the Raiders, they got to play perfect. And the refs got to
play perfect to not lose by over 10.
Yes. And they got to play smart. Fucking, they got to play perfect, smart, and maybe get a little luck late in the game down 13.
No, what they need is Andrew Luck to win the game.
Man, you trying to have
That's
Andrew
the
Luck
luck.
retire again. That's crazy. Let my man just sit out there and chill, dog. Don't put him on this Raiders team. Get him smoked. Get my man cooked. Fighting hard as shit to try to beat the Titans. Running as it takes 10 sacks. Gets hit 8 times. Shout out Las Vegas and Geno, man. I wish you were playing a more interesting team in that the Chiefs are going to smoke them. But if they were playing, I love Raiders games, man. They are fun. They're entertaining because it's like they still think they're good. And they have talent. But it's just Geno Smith is awful. That's really what and the offensive line is terrible too. But Gentry can play. Jenny's a hooper.
Jenny figured it out.
He did. Michael Myers stance. That's all it took. He's back. He up. Oh man, this next one's crazy. This next one might be my early candidate for game of the week. In quotes. Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins, coming off of Tua, blaming everyone, pointing fingers, pointing fins, saying, hey, show up to my meetings. I need help. Help me out. I know I make $50 million, but why can't you help me? Help you. Help us. And actually, late in the game, he actually did have 2 touchdowns late, took the lead, and then the defense folded it because they are not the Miami Dolphins. They are the Dolphins. There is no D. Pause. Going up against the Browns, the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel throwing the ball, slinging it 52 times. Shador Sanders, he is see no evil, speak no evil. Tony, aren't these some great lead-ups? With the Dolphins, we picked it wrong. We thought the Chargers would beat them by 4.5. We were wrong. They only lost by 2. With the Browns, we thought that the Steelers would beat them by 5.5. They smoked them. They lost by 14. Dylan Gabriel, 29 for 52, was throwing some crazy dirt balls and some almost interceptions. And Tony the Tiger in the week showed me an article that just had 8 terrible Dylan Gabriel throws, explaining also, too, the 3 interceptions that he should have thrown. Shador Sanders, again, nowhere to be found for this game. These teams both suck. I think. Oh, and Tony, you get to go for Browns, minus 2.5 at home.
Browns.
Oh, favored.
They're home. Let's see. What's the weather going to be like in Cleveland? That might play a part.
It's October.
All right, so I'm going to go with it's not cold enough. It's not cold enough for me to believe the Dolphins are going to lose to the Browns.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a little colder, especially not good. I mean, yeah, I'm just going to go with the Browns here. I mean, with the Dolphins here. I just can't.
You're going with the Dolphins?
That defense that was looking like the best defense in the league has slowly but surely not been looking like the best defense.
Well, they're depressed. You see Myles Garrett. Did you see him?
Hey, he chose to stay.
He did.
So he chose that pain.
Shows the money.
He did. That happens sometimes.
Everyone makes decisions.
Yeah.
Could have been an Eagle, though.
I mean, I will say, though, Judkins is really good.
Yeah.
And that defense is really bad.
Yeah.
And he will probably eat.
Yeah.
But A-Chain is really good.
Oh.
And
A-Chain is really good.
A-Chain is really good.
Stud.
And Tua is better than Gabriel. He might be pretty bad. Tua is pretty bad. But he is better than Dylan Gabriel.
Tua's been clutch these last couple weeks. They just folded. He got him leads these last 2 weeks. You know, they just folded him.
Yeah. So, I've seen that the Dolphins look like they can win games.
Yeah.
I have not seen that the Browns look like they can win a game.
Yes.
Recently. So, who'd they beat? They beat somebody.
I forget who the Browns. Oh, they beat the Packers.
Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, it's not happening again.
I'm taking the Browns, baby.
There you go.
Give me Cleveland. I do it for the land.
All right.
Man.
All right, Braun.
I do it for the land. I'm taking the Browns. I like Judkins to run all over this defense. Stefanski has no play call back, so he's going to lean on the run. And guess what? Mike McDaniel's going to lean on the run as well. The problem is the Browns have an actual defense. The Dolphins are not the Dolphins. They're the Dolphins. There is no D. So with that being the case, I just see the Browns running all over them, with Tua making a mistake, Myles Garrett waking up. And you know what this is? This is a signature game for the Browns organization. GM called out. They said, you're an idiot for trading Flacco. Well, they were more upset, but either way. Defense, we've seen Myles Garrett sad. Stefanski does not want to play Shador Sanders. And if there's ever a game for them to just score that little 17 points, hold a team to 10, ugly game, it might be a little cold. Lord knows if it rains, the Dolphins have no shot. So I'm taking the Browns. Give me Cleveland. If you can hold A Chain, which I think the Browns are good at stopping running backs, if you can hold A Chain, and they got to go to Waddle all day, and Tua has to stand back there, and every time he's back there, he's just gonna be worried, like, oh my God, this guy gets touched, and we still don't know if they showed up to the meeting or not with Tua. It's just give me the Browns. Also, picking the Browns because they're favored. I don't know why they're favored, but I'm taking them. This just seems like a game I always get wrong because I'm like, why are they favored? But you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, man. The Dolphins suck. I picked the Panthers to beat the Dolphins. They beat them. You know, the Chargers only barely lost, but they might think that that's a win. Felt like a win when they were playing it. They're like, oh, the Dolphins look competent against this Chargers team that's fleeting fast. Give me the Browns, man.
If man.
He won though.
If man did win.
That's crazy. This next one,
Are you like stopping and starting for each one?
I'm doing the recordings. I'm not stopping the stream. I'm doing the recordings so that when I go back, I don't have to re-edit them.
Okay.
Instead, they'll be cut up, and then I can just go through and then post them and then not give myself a massive headache.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm cooking, man.
Learning.
Yeah. Adjust. Blue 43.
Omaha.
Played Felt. Only lost to Felt by 7.
You want to explain who Felt is to the people at home?
He's this nerd who's trash at Madden.
There you go.
So I'm still trash because I lost to him.
There you go.
We just got to be better. But you know what? We're getting closer.
Who won your championship the first year?
Rich.
Okay.
Shout out Rich.
Shout out Rich the Kid.
Shout out Rich the Kid.
New Freezer.
Next game up, we got the Patriots going up against the Titans in this game. By the way,
Well, I feel like they already played.
Patriots minus 6.5 because the Patriots played the Raiders
Okay.
and the Dolphins. They've played some ass teams.
Okay. So same breath.
Exactly. Drake May on fire last week. I think I saw the first quarterback this young with 5 straight games of 100 passer rating. He's been snapping. He's been playing great. And from what I saw personally, he was the best quarterback, specifically last week in the NFL. He was just throwing dimes out there, incredible passes. And they ended up beating the Saints 25-19 on the road. We both got that one correct because it was a 3.5-point favorite. Split up with the Titans. Brian Callahan fired. Cam Ward can't throw a pass. Offense, 3 points against the Raiders. Defense, they try. But when your offense can't pass, it doesn't matter. Mike McCoy, head coach. At home.
Any background knowledge on who Mike McCoy is?
I believe he was the old coach for the Chargers. Or old offensive coordinator for the Chargers who became their head coach who quickly got fired. One of them. A retread. But, you know, Brian Schottenheimer was a retread, so you never know. I'm taking the Pats, minus 6.5. And I'm low on options here. Lock them in! Locking them in. Fuck the Titans. They suck. That's all I got for you.
What'd he say? We're some shit. What'd he say?
We're ass. Keeping it a buck.
Yeah, keeping it a buck.
Keeping it a buck, we ass for real. The exact quote.
Keeping it a buck, they ass for real.
Yeah.
And I agree with him again. You know, he made me believe for a second that they weren't when they won the game. But
You bought into the reverse psychology.
Nah, it was not reverse. They
Yeah.
suck.
Well, they won a game, and then you picked them. So
I thought that they would beat the Raiders, and because they lost to the Raiders, their coach got fired. So there you go. So you feel me? I'm gonna not pick them ever again because I thought they could beat somebody, and they couldn't because they suck.
yeah, they're pretty bad. They are pretty awful.
Yeah, keeping it a buck.
Gatto just said was the OC for the Broncos when they had Peyton, and then that's what. So he was the OC for the Broncos when they had Peyton Manning.
Shout out Juan Gato.
Shout out Gatto. Cam Ward is not Peyton Manning. At least not yet. He might be rookie Peyton Manning, actually. They're playing about the same. Rookie Peyton Manning struggle.
I don't always love, these super old coaches, because that means the last time he was an OC was about 10 years ago.
Broncos, yeah.
And this is a whole new league from that era. So, and going from Peyton Manning to Cam Ward is just such a difference in play style. Where I don't know if I can trust that.
Yeah.
I'm going from statue to...
Cam doesn't really run, dude. Kind of part of the problem is that he doesn't run. He kind of just stands there and just launches a rocket pass somewhere.
He used to run, so he just stopped running. He started off running.
It's the Titans, bro. Self-preservation, I think.
He just lost interest. He was like, I can't.
He said their ass.
We fucking suck. I'm not doing all this extra. I'm about to chill.
Want me to do all this extra? Well, they don't ask him to do anything. We'll see. Maybe Mike McCoy, their offense was very, very bad. It was hard to explain how bad it was. There was no motions. There was no formation variance. That's the only thing. Like, maybe they will. It wouldn't be hard for them to do some competent stuff, dude. Like, they were doing very, that's why it wasn't the OC. They hired somebody completely different. Like, all right, well, we just need our offense to fucking with the first round pick, not be completely assed. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be hard. I could go on Madden, draw up some plays, and be like, yo, run these, and they would be way better than what the Titans were running. And I'm not even good on offensive Madden. I'm okay. But what they run is simple shit. It's under center and they just run up the middle. They had this one run play where it was Cam Ward and shotgun. The entire rest of the offensive line would move. Cam Ward would not move, and the running back would move. And every time it just looked like Cam Ward was going to get smacked. And I'm like, and the run would go nowhere. I'm like, what is the purpose of this play? Where nobody moves, where everyone is moving except the guy who you want to get away from that, and then you get no yards. Because you're not going to run Cam Ward, because they never did. They didn't roll him out, and it was just, I don't know. That's the only thing that worries me about this lock is, my God, if they just had maybe an okay offense, you never know, because their defense and Jeffrey Simmons do fight. But nah. And so I'll answer the question first, Tony. The Titans' path. Mike McCoy is a genius. That's their path to victory and covering. They don't have a lot of talent. L'Jarius Sneed wakes up this week. Jeffrey Simmons forces a fumble. Drake May regresses for a week. The Titans crowd is into it. And Drake May throws 2 picks. No! Ramondre Stevenson fumbles the ball twice! It's happened already this season. It could happen again. That's the path for the Patriots. Or the Titans, I'm sorry, winning. I lost my train of thought there.
Yeah, I was thinking similar. The last game they lost, I forget who they played. That game where they fumbled the ball 4 times.
Cardinals. The Kyler Murray Cardinals. A whole different team.
Yeah, so, if that happens again, if they just fumble the ball on their side of the field again, then that's how they lose.
Oh, who the Patriots were playing? They were playing the Steelers when they lost that fumble game.
Oh, yeah.
Where they fumbled it 4 times in the red zone.
Yeah, so.
Ramondre Stevenson legacy game. 2 fumbles. And Antonio Gibson fumbled. Drake May fumbled.
Yeah, if they just have butterfingers again with that, then, which can happen for sure.
Definitely can.
But I don't think the Titans are going to capitalize on it, unfortunately, unless their new offensive coordinator, a head coach, like you said, is a genius.
Yeah. I don't have to be a genius. He just has to be competent to not run the bullshit they were running, to be honest with you. I'm excited for this next one. We're moving it up because we see Gatto in here. Shout out Gatto. This is an interesting game. So here we go. Next up, we got the Colts. Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor going
to LA to play the Chargers and Herbert. Chargers are favored -1.5. Last week, we both took the Colts to cover 7 points against the Cardinals. We were both incorrect as the Cardinals came out firing. Danny Jones had a pick, and he's been getting a little riskier with the football. However, late in the game, Jonathan Taylor, he is first in the league in rushes, first in yards, first in touchdowns. Triple crown. Triple crown Jonathan Taylor, running back right now, Offensive Player of the Year. Going up against the Chargers, who, again, another team we took to cover the spread, did not cover against the Miami Dolphins. Still, though, Herbert, late, clutch drive, clutch play, throwing it to Ladd, dodging 2 sacks, spinning it to Ladd, and Ladd juking out, getting a game-winning field goal. Vidal, backup running back, made me upset, right, because I picked up Haskins like the rest of the fucking world, and they said, no, it's Vidal, haha. Joke's on you. 124 rushing yards. Offensive line showed a pulse. I think Herbert only sacked 1 time. However, the Dolphins are like 30th in the league in defense.
I think they should troll again and make Haskins the guy this week. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the yeah. That's your takeaway?
Yeah.
Okay. Chargers, Colts in LA. Tony El Tigre.
You say Colts -1/2 or Chargers -1/2?
Chargers -1.5.
Going Colts. I just, one thing that you don't want to trust is a deteriorating offensive line and a deteriorating roster like what the Chargers have going on now. They're great at drawing up runs. I will say that. There are some teams that just have really good run schemes. The Panthers, as we've seen, are one of those teams.
Who is great at drawing up runs?
Jim Harbaugh. He is a running coach.
I think for this specific season, I would disagree with you. They kind of figured it out last game, but the Dolphins were last in running.
That's true.
In rush defense. Before that, running had actually been a huge problem. That's why Herbert was that's why he was in MVP discussions, throwing the ball all the time. He had to throw for 300 yards because they couldn't run the ball, obviously, with Najee. And Hampton was
Najee got hurt.
Exactly, but they couldn't run it with him, is what I'm saying. And Hampton was touch and go. Then he got good. Then he got hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good Vidal is, although this game it was good. Last year they were good at running the ball, to your point, but they also had Dobbins, I believe.
And their offensive line wasn't quite as dismantled as it is now.
They had 2 all-pro tackles.
Yeah. So with all the injuries and whatnot, I actually think favoring them's kind of wild considering how good the Colts are 5-1, and they're able to capitalize on bad situations for sure. And this offense, and like you mentioned earlier, they've just been kind of slowing down. They haven't been quite as good.
Sorry, I didn't mention this. Quentin Johnson missed last game too.
He did.
Is he back? I think he's back.
He is. I have him on my fantasy team starting. I'm going Colts still.
Oh my God. The Colts corners are hurt. Their defense was getting lit up last week to Brissett. They do have Jonathan Taylor, though. Chargers defense has been kind of up and down.
I'm just not trusting bad offensive lines personally. I've learned the whole Texans situation taught me a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the team where I'm like, oh yeah, offensive line does matter a lot.
That makes sense. Ugh. I'm trying to think the Colts, but the Colts don't get pressure. It matters, but you gotta be able to get there.
Yeah.
Although the Commanders didn't get pressure, their offensive line is shit. Is Joe Alt playing? That's what I need to know. I need to know if Joe Alt is playing. Can we get stats and info on that? I don't have my phone. If Joe Alt's playing, I'm taking the Chargers. If he's not, I'm taking the Colts. I think if they have an O-lineman, I think Herbert's going to rip up those cornerbacks because Tre'Davious Ward is hurt with a concussion. Kenny Moore is out. And if you can get the Colts to, and I think the Chargers are going to be good enough to stop Jonathan Taylor early. to where if you can get them to be one-dimensional, Daniel Jones is throwing the ball in traffic right now.
Joe Alt is doubtful.
Oh, all right, I'll take the Colts. I was going to. If Joe Alt doesn't play, though, I can't. Because, like you said, their entire offensive line can collapse. Alt is back at practice. I don't know if he's playing yet, though. That was Gatto.
Well, 46 minutes ago, the team announced that he is doubtful. So that doesn't mean he's not playing, but that doesn't mean that's definitely less than questionable.
So the way it goes, for those who don't know, it's out means you're not playing, obviously. Doubtful means you're very likely to not play. Questionable means 50-50. Probable means you're probably going to play.
So doubtful is like 25% chance. And
Oh my gosh, dude. I still just feel like...
I mean, they're right there for you. They're favored for a
know,
reason.
They are. I see. Look, man. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it.
Pick them.
I'm not doing it.
Pick
I'm
your guy.
holding.
Pick your guy.
I'm taking the Colts.
Pick your guy.
We're taking the Colts, man. We're taking the Colts.
I know you're a Herbert stan. I think you should pick him.
He played great last week.
You should pick him.
Herbert is an elite talent for sure.
You should pick him.
I can't.
You can. You're choosing
could.
not to.
I am. I think they're gonna win too. I don't know.
That's why you should pick him.
But Jonathan Taylor, dude, I'd feel dumb if I just didn't pick and then Jonathan Taylor went crazy. And I know, Tony. Fuck Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I know, dude.
I picked the Colts. So,
yeah.
You know, I learned that lesson real quick.
That Jonathan Taylor matters.
Yeah, that Daniel Jones might just not be as bad as I thought he was. I think that's the lesson I learned.
I'm taking the Chargers. You know what? You just solidified it. This is it. This is the game Daniel Jones turns back.
There you go.
This is it.
I just had to say his name
You just
real
had
quick.
to say it real quick. You just had to say he's not ass, and now I believe it. Now, I don't think he's ass, but I think he's throwing 2 picks very soon. He did it against the Rams. He's throwing risky passes.
Yeah.
They're working, but they are risky. Like, he could have had a couple picked off against the Cardinals. They're just... I'm taking the Chargers, man.
I like it. We need some variance,
We
man.
do. I got you.
Have we picked anything else differently?
Yes, Dolphins and Browns.
Oh, yeah, we did do that one.
Yeah. Give me the Browns. I like it, man.
I like it, too.
Get
some variance.
We just need the Patriots to come through, and I'm feeling good. Feeling great, actually.
Oh, yes, you're live.
That's my lock. Let's go Titans. We found them. Backup coach, quarterback who says their ass. 6.5. Drake May, I need that. I'll take that. Oh, man, here we go. Panthers. Rico Dowdle. Bryce Young going up against the Jets. And -10.
It's a -10.
That's how many yards Justin Fields had last game.
I thought you meant that's the plus minus.
No, the plus minus more shocking than -10. The plus minus -1.5 Jets. The Jets are favored. They are at home. The Panthers have not won a road game this season, but they are 3-0 at home.
But they have won a game.
They have, in fact, won a game. Panthers, last week, we had the Cowboys going to Carolina, beating them. Both incorrect as Rico Dowdle again. 200 total all-purpose yards. Can't talk right now. In a big game, Bryce Young, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, game-winning drive. Pick, not his fault. I watched it. Went off of Ted McMillan's hands. By the way, Ted McMillan, first-round pick, wide receiver, 2 touchdowns for him. The Panthers seem to be getting it together, at least offensively. Although defensively, Mike Jackson, their second corner, was letting George Pickens eat. 170 yards led up to him. However, Jets, no Garrett Wilson. Justin Fields is still playing. Oh, no! He can't throw or won't throw the football. Fields this season, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. He hasn't thrown a pick because he doesn't throw the ball. Jets went to London. We both picked against them. We were both wrong. They covered the spread, Tony. The Jets covered. Vegas knew something we didn't know. They know that passing yards
are overrated. Clearly, Justin Fields -10 almost still won the game, but they didn't. And
they won't.
And they won't.
Oh, I guess that is me saying it.
Yeah, I guess so. You're not taking the Jets? You don't believe in your guy, Justin Fields, bro? Tony, I have to ask you a question because the people want to know. This has been a point of divisiveness between us. Are you still a Justin Fields guy?
I think that, I think he is not the quarterback for this team, and he might not be a quarterback for any team. I think he is a very serviceable backup.
Yeah.
On a good team. He has to go to like a really good. He can't go to none of these shit teams. He won a couple games with the Steelers. He needs a team that's quarterback. It doesn't matter if you're the quarterback or not. Like he could probably thrive in like a San Fran, as a bench player.
Disagree with you.
As a bench player.
You have to be able to throw the ball for the 49ers. You know that. Like you actually do. The one guy who couldn't throw the ball got traded. You have to be able to throw the ball in the 49ers.
Hey, one guy that you said couldn't throw the ball made the Super Bowl.
Jimmy Garoppolo?
You say he couldn't throw. You say he sucked. So.
All right, go ahead, man. Never mind. Carry on.
He said he sucked.
They had like the great. Go ahead. That was when they actually had Bosa and Fred Warner, not when they were like injured every year. And Dre Greenlaw. And like Jadarius Ward and like other guys.
Shout out my dog.
Who, Fields?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, shout out Jimmy Garoppolo. But they're at home against a team that hasn't won a road game. So like all that shit.
But they haven't won a game.
It's crazy, Tone.
They haven't like the Panthers haven't won a road game.
Yeah.
The Jets haven't won a game.
Yeah. So
there's
no time like the present.
Man,
you know,
if I was a Jets fan, I wouldn't even want them to win this game, man. Let's just get that number 1 pick, guys.
I actually think the Jets are going to win this game. Now, I'm going to pick the Panthers because I'm not an idiot.
I think the Jets are going to win the game.
But
go pick them.
I thought, watching last game, I thought they were going to win that game. I'm like, wait, they're going to win. And then they didn't because the dude can't throw the ball. So even though I might think that, when your quarterback can't throw the football, you never know what's going to happen. I mean, dude, I'm watching, and there's no Garrett Wilson. The no Garrett Wilson thing is crazy. So it's like, all right.
They're favored with, I wonder how much more they'd be favored with Garrett Wilson.
Probably another point. I guess 2.5.
Yeah, nah.
Probably just 2, honestly. Look, man. Vegas cooks the numbers. They looked. They saw. They talked to some refs. They fucking said, hey, look, the Panthers, they're bad on the road. They're expecting a couple Bryce turnovers, clearly. Now, one thing that the Jets did do, and I will say this because I'll go first on the how did the Jets win. I need Tony, watch out. Your foot. You can't do that because that might turn off one of the mics. One thing that they were very good at doing last week was they were able to stop the Broncos from running the ball. So that was definitely a huge impact. Bo Nix had to go out there and make plays, and he didn't want to do that. So, I mean, they can very conceivably force Bryce Young to do the same thing.
J.K. Dobbins is not prime Rico Dowdle.
Oh, shit. They're like the same age, dude.
Prime Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
I don't think J.K. Dobbins has had a 200-yard game yet, and this man just did it twice.
Yeah. I think over the last 4 games, they're the number 1 running team in the league, too. So it's a little bit of a different animal. However, context, man. Last game they were playing the Cowboys, who suck, and game before that they were playing the Dolphins.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Those are the 200s. Okay, but
fair point.
Yeah, I see the path. It just keeps coming back to if they were playing Tyrod Taylor. Are the Jets playing Tyrod Taylor? Stats and info. Tony L. Statso.
Yeah, pick them if they are.
If they're playing Tyrod Taylor, I will pick the Jets.
I want you to.
I want to too. Let's see, man. Hey, look, I saw Tyrod. He can do some stuff. You want to know
Jets
something?
Justin Fields ready to be aggressive. Fields says he's been too conservative.
Oh, man, he's about to throw 2 picks. We're staying with the Panthers. He said he's going to get more aggressive without his number 1 receiver. Okay, dude. Sure. If you say so,
He
buddy.
was just holding them back.
Yeah. So the Jets' path to win is for Justin Fields
I mean, he has to be more aggressive. He does. He got to throw that pick.
He has to throw that pick. What is that going to help exactly, him throwing that pick?
Him throw the ball. That just means he's throwing the ball.
But I don't think this is the week specifically where.
Is there ever a week where they can really throw a pick?
But I'm saying I don't think this is the week for that mentality. If you were going to do that, you could have done that with Garrett Wilson in the game.
Yeah.
Not let's get more aggressive without him.
Yeah.
That is some Jets level backwards thinking. That quote actually secured me not picking them. I heard Justin Fields and be more aggressive. 2 things you don't want to hear if you're a Jets fan. You want to hear Tyrod Taylor entering the starting lineup. That is what you want to hear.
I want to hear the first pick in the NFL draft goes to
Not is
the New
Arch
York
Manning.
Jets.
What's that going to do? So the Jets pick first, and then they pick a quarterback, and then he comes in, he's asked, then what? They pick Zach Wilson.
He wasn't number 1.
Bro.
Now, here's the thing, right? The Jets are the Browns.
Yeah.
They suck.
Yes.
And there's nothing that anybody can do about it.
Rex Ryan did something about it.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan in that
15
convict.
15 years ago.
About it.
15 years ago.
Mark Sanchez was in the locker room shanking niggas, man.
Those 15 years have passed.
Yeah. Darrell Revis.
Yeah.
Sauce?
Nah.
Nah, Sauce ain't. No
He's
fucking-
not. There's not an island for Sauce.
Yeah. Sauce Island?
Nah, that doesn't
That even
exist.
sounds crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. It's just not the same ring. Revis Island has a crazy ring to it. And a camaraderie. It was Sanchez, dude. The Sanchez.
Yeah, Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor.
You gotta be willing to look dumb sometimes, man.
Well, Justin said he's about ready to
Fields
look
just
dumb.
be too cool. Too cool sitting there.
He said he about ready to look dumb now.
Not doing shit. He just has to run. He doesn't have to be more. If the more aggression just means making a decision quicker, okay. The more aggression can't be just doing dumb shit. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever. It's the fucking
It's
Jets.
the Jets. At the end
Aaron
of the day,
Glenn's Jets. Yo, Robert Saleh was working fucking miracles, dude. He had that team actually looking fuck relevant.
bro, they won like 4 games each year.
Hey, look, do they look like they're gonna win 4 right now? Where's the 4? Let's look at the schedule. Show me where the
That's
4.
why they had to fire him, because
Yeah.
winning 4 games doesn't accomplish anything.
No, that's true.
I'd rather just win 0 and get this first round pick if we're just going to max at 4. It's not like he's Dan Campbell. So
We don't know. You added Aaron Rodgers to the mix a little soon. His pouty ass. So he was low key cooking like that. Whatever. Shout out Robert Saleh, man. I see you, man. I see you.
he was in Coach of the Year discussions for winning 4 games.
As he should be. Have you fucking seen them, dude? They're the fucking Jets. Did you take a look? Do you know how they get their players?
I think they were 2-2, and everybody was like, "Oh, Salah might be Coach of the Year."
Bro, could you imagine the Jets being 2-2? Let's really think about it. They almost beat the Steelers, and we were like, "Whoa, the Jets!"
Yeah, what an awful team.
Yeah,
It doesn't even matter who their quarterback is, bro.
nope. Or coach. Do you know how they get players?
How they get
I
played.
heard this last year. Woody Johnson asked his sons, and his sons use Madden ratings to get players.
Isn't that what you do?
Me? Is that what I do? I
Yeah.
play Madden. The
Yeah.
fuck are you talking? Yes, I use the ratings in the game that I'm playing, not in real life.
Yeah.
I'm also not 13. So, like,
See, I didn't know how old his son was.
yeah.
Hey, Dad. He has a 95 in Madden. I think
Yeah.
you should go grab him.
Exactly. I think that, and then they said that was the reason that they didn't, that they passed up on Jerry Jeudy before last year.
Because he didn't
Yeah.
have a high enough rating.
Yeah. Yep. Shout out the Jets. In football, such a great sport. Once you know all these little things, man, that's what really makes the sport. It's because it's all organizational, and then you just hear some of the secrets.
I'll say.
Remember, this is the year that they changed their entire receiving core to go get Adam Lazard.
I do want to say that I feel like that's once you know the ins and outs of any sport, that sport is going to be
That's
very
valid.
enjoyable.
Can't wait to get into some baseball in 10 years.
There
We're
you
gonna
go.
have people editing this shit.
There you go.
It's gonna be exciting stuff.
There you go. Find out how
Man.
many people are on steroids.
Yeah. All of them. Well, now they juiced the baseballs, I believe. Dodgers going back to the World Series. Shout out to Dodgers.
Shout out Shohei. He was taking over.
The GOAT.
He was the GOAT.
Is the GOAT.
I was outside here during the Phillies Dodgers game. Now you know these Phillies people are crazy.
Yeah.
You say LA don't have fans. I seen all these Otani jerseys. I seen all these Otani. Nah, I wasn't Chinatown, but seen all these Otani jerseys.
Say he was in Chinatown, dude.
I was in Chinatown.
Well, then, yeah.
I did see a
You're
lot
gonna
of
see
Otani.
LeBron jerseys too. That. Oh my god, dude.
I'm just talking. I'm just joking.
I understand. And he brought up the Phillies. You tried to troll me and it worked. Congratulations.
I could bring up the 76ers.
Go ahead.
Paul George is out for game 1, of course.
Where's the he's unfazed? That's what I am. You can't hurt me anymore. I disowned them 3 years ago. I disowned them like 10 years ago. I was the first one to do it. I'm like, they should trade Joel Embiid like now. And they just never listened. They didn't get my mail. They didn't watch the podcast. They didn't want to grow and be better. So here they are. The same. Trash. What the fuck? Garbage. That's the difference. The Eagles listen. The Eagles listen a little too much, but they listen a little bit. God damn. They don't act like you don't exist. Now, their problem is an opposite problem, but we're going to get to them soon. Let's get to the next game, though. I'm excited. The Saints. Tony's boy, Spencer Rattler, out there losing games but throwing bombs now. Threw a couple bombs, almost beat the Patriots. Honestly, Chris Olave kind of sold the game, dropping a bunch of passes. And their defensive secondary, not good. I think I saw a stat they're 30th in points allowed now. So now the defense kind of falling apart. But they just don't have any talent. Going up against the Bears in Soldier Field, in Chi-Town. Caleb Williams out there beating the Commanders, and the Bears favored 5.5. Real quick, I want to go over last week. The Saints, we took the Pats. We were right as they covered, 4.5? They won by 6. So shout out the Patriots. And then for the Bears, I forget what happened. Oh, we both took the Commanders. We were both incorrect as the Bears upset the Commanders. Won on the road, Monday Night Football. Huge game. Another game, no picks for Caleb Williams. Would be looking funky. But he doesn't throw the interceptions, at least right now. Minus 5.5. Tony, El Tigre, who you got?
Not gonna lie, this
Yeah.
one is not as easy.
It's a tough one.
You know,
It's
as
tough
it
job.
could be. The Bears have won 3 straight. That is a lot of games to be winning straight, and they just beat a good team. So you know, take all that into consideration. The Saints don't get blown out the way they get blown out, the way they've been getting blown out recently.
The fuck did you just say? So what?
They don't get blown out the way they used to get blown out.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. They used to get blown out, and then, you feel me, they've been putting up a little fight, man.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler, is out there doing his thing a little bit. You know.
He heard you.
Yeah, he heard me.
He's slinging the rock.
He is.
Said, "You want me to throw the ball? Fuck your tight end. I'll throw this shit." He started throwing that shit, slinging it.
You know, when the Commanders lost that game, it was a lot of unforced error there. When they lost that game, it was a lot of fumbles. You know, it's like.
This is a very perplexing game. Tony is he's politicking. He's filibustering is what he's doing.
Cause bro,
He's re-saying everything that I said.
Because here's the
And
thing.
he's mad at no contest.
Because here's the
And
thing.
he won't pick the game because he knows whoever he picks is just gonna be wrong, and that's just how that's gonna be.
Because I know who I want to pick, and I don't want to pick them. But I'm like, at this point in time,
What does that mean?
I just. All right.
That's some A+ filibustering, dude. You caught me. You caught me with the fake. Like what the fuck does that mean? I know who I want to pick, and it's not who I want to pick. And okay, but who are you picking? Oh my god!
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I gotta take a deep breath.
Yeah, the lock in, dude. Trying to run a preview show here.
All right. I'm going with.
Say it with your chest, dude. You got it with confidence. Oh,
I'm
man.
going with the Saints, man.
Oh man, he's going with the Rattler. He's going Spencer.
Oh man.
You want to know? Oh man, he's allergic to his pick. That's great. He came down with that case of the Aints, man. Immediately. It's not a great sign. So I'm gonna take the Bears. I'm going to now concerning thing. This is Bears minus 5.5. The last 3 games that they've won, they beat the Cowboys by 17, but the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb left the game. They beat the Raiders by 1, and they beat the Commanders by 1. So I understand it, but the Saints, even though they've looked competent and better, they've done it at home. And on the road, I think they get smoked. And I don't even know if they get smoked, but I think they lose by more than 5.5. Now, do I trust the Bears? No. You can barely trust them to get the snap off. So this is going to be a real interesting. You're going to get a lot of things going on. You're going to get chaos. You're going to see some wild stuff. And you're going to see Spencer Rattler kind of just chilling, to be honest. But I just think the Bears are going to make some plays. And the Saints are making plays, but what's it called? At home, I just think the Saints are a home team. I think on the road they lose by a little bit more. I think they're going to lose regardless. So I just need I might need one this week, Spence. I might need one. I am banking on a pick. But sneaky fact, Caleb Williams also doesn't throw picks. And the Bears defense is at least not completely shit. The Saints defense looks shit recently. So, but I'm happy that you did that. For sure. How are you feeling? How do you feel about what you just did?
It's done now.
It is done now.
On to the next game.
On to the next game. There you go. Whew. I like stretch, dude.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Yeah.
It required a lot of muscle for that one.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. 5.5's a lot of points. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Here we go. Oh, boy. This game with my team, my Birds, go Birds! Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the road the Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz, who has announced that he will play. I already saw the tweet. Yes, I saw your tweet. I saw the tweet that you guys posted in the chat.
What was the tweet?
About fucking Carson Wentz revenge game. Sure. We've already played him. He was already on the Commanders, and we've played Carson Wentz multiple times. But sure, okay, now this is the whatever. I don't think he's beaten the Eagles once, but whatever. Going up, obviously, we said Vikings, Jettas. Carson Wentz played well. The Eagles last week. I don't pick the Eagles games. Lucky me. Tony picked them -7.5 against the Giants. He just didn't know that Dart and Scatterboo were on the way to becoming national sensations. And that
the worst part was I low-key wanted to pick the Giants.
I saw. He did.
I was like,
it is true.
But I was like, let me just go with the Eagles.
He held it in. That's why he just let it rip with the Saints plus 5.5. Let it rip. Let it rip. But yeah, man, Eagles not looking great. They've lost their last 2 games. Offense has been sputtering. At times looking great. At times looking like they can't get a first down to save their lives. Vikings, very consistent. Again, not a game that I'll pick, but I will give insights and opinions. But, Tony, Vikings, -1.5 at home. No, I'm sorry, Eagles, -1.5 in Minnesota. Tony El Tigre, who you got?
It's been hard to keep going with them recently. But I'm gonna go with them again.
Oh man,
I'm just gonna stick with the script until they fully disappoint me.
What, losing by 17 wasn't fully disappointing?
I believe in the Giants a little more than I believe in the Vikings.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah, I believe in because they did also beat the Chargers. So I see the variance, and they had a new quarterback come in and do everything. And Carson Wentz had his good game against the Bengals, an atrocity of a defense, where even though they won last night, they still are a horrible defense. So he had his game there. Then he went out to London and accomplished nothing against the Steelers. So
he beat the Browns. Last second touchdown against the Browns last game.
Yeah, they beat the Bengals and the Browns. Give me the Eagles.
I just
Damn, he's only played the AFC North?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's like Joe Flacco.
Yeah, he hasn't even gotten the chance to witness our great team.
Soon. Can we just find a running game, please? I just watch all these other games, all the other teams. You want to know a crazy stat? A couple for you. One, Saquon Barkley, no 100-yard rushing games this year. None.
Yeah. Oh, I had him in fantasy. I was like,
had him.
That's
crazy.
Had.
Tony gave up on Saquon.
Gave up on him for Sedarian Lamb.
It's risky.
It is risky.
It's a very risky move. Risky business, I might say.
Dallas is the #1 offense, so I'm going to go to Dallas.
Okay. Hey, look. They don't run the ball well, so I'm not going to argue with you. Hurts, got to stop missing these open passes, dude. You got to.
I'm going to sit back and let you cook.
I mean, there's not much. We need the defense healthy. Is Jalen Carter going to play this week? That'd be great. Is Quinyon Mitchell okay? Nolan Smith has been out for 4 weeks. That has been huge for this defense. And C.J. Johnson is available. Can we go get him, please? He's played the fourth game. Played for the Ravens. Got that nonsense out the way, right? Got himself cut. Let's bring him back. Let's get some fire.
He went to Baltimore because he was like, this shit only an hour and a half away.
Exactly. He's closer. Back home. But it's just going to be about Patullo, and in the middle of the game, can they have consistency on offense? That's really going to be the whole key. I don't know the answer to that. I mean, so far you'd have to say the answer is no, but you have to believe they show things. They create open plays that can be bombs. Early in the game, they realized that the pistol was a thing, and they ran the ball. By the way,
the Falcons love the pistol, and they actually use both running backs, Bijan and Algier, and that's why Bijan's having such a great season. One of the reasons. But it's like, okay, let's really think. If you Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, like Saquon's of that ilk, kind of like the same guy.
Yeah.
So it's like he doesn't look like it because of the offense we're running. But it's the same problem, different week. So we'll see if they can. It looked like they had it. It looked like they figured it out early and then did it. The problem with this is now you're playing Brian Flores and the Vikings defense that is very aggressive against the pass but very bad against the run. However, can you expose that? Like the Browns were running all over them. Judkins, I believe, had like 150 on them. They didn't win because Dylan Gabriel and just the Browns' offense. But I think our offense is obvious. God damn. Our offense is way better than the Browns. But can we run the ball as effectively to get them into those situations where they can throw bombs? And that's going to be the question. Tony says, yes, I hope so. I need my dude, Hurts, to just stop missing these wide open bombs, though. No picks, which he's been doing, and no missed open passes, please. Because everything is a lot going on. It's a lot of noise. And I love you, and you're my guy, but you do talk. You say things. You say nothing, but you are a farm. That does add to the noise if you don't hit passes. Because A.J. Brown is waiting, kind of rightfully so maybe to some degree, because he does always get blamed for talking, right? I'm part of that. But he's sitting there kind of with a smug look like, this is what I'm talking about, guys. You see how he's missing open passes? Yeah. He says he loves Petulu. Adding fuel to the fire. Lane Johnson says the play calling is inconsistent. We are all over the place right now. And they should beat the Vikings, but it's on the road again. I actually think a road game is good for this team right now. I think if they were at home and they had like 2 bad possessions, I already know how it will go. Boo. Offense would just be, what the fuck. Then they start snapping and then be, They need a road game. They just need to play a normal fucking game this week, please. Just one. Just go out there, look consistent, look good. I have a question too, Tony. Someone called Jalen Hurts an inconsistent player. Do you agree with that?
Inconsistent. I mean, in regards to the passing, I would say that sometimes he has high pass games, sometimes he has low passing games, so he's not directly, there are definitely consistencies within his game. The rushing game is normally there, and then obviously the tush push is always there. But I think obviously when people talk about quarterbacks, they talk about the passing game for the most part. Like the running game is generally a bit ignored. So in regards to his passing game, it is inconsistent. Last game he had about 300 yards. Week before or 2 weeks before he had when they beat the Chiefs, then he had under 100. That is variance for sure. That is inconsistent.
Got under 100 back, bro. I don't give a fuck about these goddamn yards. Run the clock, control the ball in this stupid ass game. Please. We got numbers. AJ, you've gotten the ball.
You trying to get them incentives, bro.
I need them to be getting the biggest contract. Anyway. Go Birds. Win this fucking game. Incentives. This man, this next game is a tough one. I'm looking at it. I don't know where I'm going. Giants. Dart. Scatterboo. National sensations after beating the Eagles. Thursday night football. Looking great. Won now 2 out of 3 games for him. I think Scat had 3 touchdown runs. Dart was just hitting every throw. Going up against another team that beat the Eagles. The Broncos. Broncos just went overseas. Played an awful, terrible game, by the way, where they were lucky to have played Justin Fields and got lucky. Giants, Tony got that pick wrong, and I don't pick the Eagles games. Broncos, we both got wrong, expecting the Broncos to win by over 5 points, I think it was. No, 7.5. I forget what the spread was, but they only won by 2. And they were lucky to win the game at all. Bo, Nick, Sean Payton, I don't know what they were doing for the whole game. In Denver, Broncos -7.5. I'm taking the Broncos. Taking Bo Nix. I'm doubling down on my belief that the Giants are a complete home team. And I think this week we'll show it again. Plus the Broncos defense. One thing that the Eagles can't do right now is get any pressure. And we saw Dart with pressure on him against the Saints. He was doing a lot of goofy shit. Now, he didn't do that goofy shit against the Eagles because he could just run around. He's very good at running. Great runner, actually. Scrambling, finding those openings, getting out of the pocket. But Broncos it's not what you want to do against them. Not consistently. With Bonito on one side. Forget the guys on the other side. But he's also great at getting sacks. But Bonito, he leads the league right now in sacks. I think they're top 4 in the league in generating pressure. Taking the Broncos. I obviously think the Giants are really have potential to be good. But I got to see it on the road once. And I just think that the Broncos offense does scare me. But I'm going to believe they put it together. And I think this is a game at home. They finally get to go back home. I didn't know this. After they played the Eagles, they went straight to London. They haven't been home, like in their beds in like a week and a half. That's kind of crazy to me. So I think they're going to feel comfortable, feel back to themselves, kind of get some offense going, and their defense going to control the game. So give me the Broncos -7.5. Tony, El Tigre, who you got?
Yeah, you said a lot of what I wanted to hit on in regards to the Giants. It's just the more of the not knowing what they really are. Like, of course, like we mentioned earlier, they beat the Chargers, they beat the Eagles, they lost to the Saints, So that's just as high variance of a team as you can get.
Yeah.
So any given week, but like you said, the consistency is they did win at home and they did lose away. So it's tough. It's just tough to believe in a young team like this that can beat anybody and lose to anybody. Where I still believe in the Broncos. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't.
Believe in the Broncos to what degree?
I think they're a playoff team.
Okay.
I don't think they're a title contender. I don't think that about them, but I think they're a playoff team. So I'm going to go with the Broncos.
I'd agree. They're 4-2, right?
I believe so.
Lost to the.
But I'm saying I've kind of kept this mentality
No, you
in
have.
regards to the Broncos the whole season.
Yes, you're very proud of the fact that I said the Broncos were in trouble. And even though last week they looked like they're in trouble, they keep winning these games somehow. And you said that they are going to be a playoff team. So I don't know if I ever said they weren't going to be a playoff team.
I'm not. This had nothing to do with me thinking how you thought. I'm just saying.
Okay.
This is just me saying that I believe in this team.
So a little background. The reason I'm saying this is because you've said this now for 3 straight weeks that you've never given up on the Broncos, as if people were giving up on the Broncos when I don't know who's really giving up on the Broncos. They just have I think people were just pointing out their limitations, and they clearly still have them. This 7.5 shit is terrifying to me. And if it wasn't the Giants, if it was like a quarterback in year 3, I would not take this. But I do think Dart can implode. I especially think that where I agree with you in the belief with the Broncos, I think we think about them the same, though. The way I think of the Broncos is what they said, not what I thought, but for the expectations that they themselves, you get that Madden thing, you go in, your season objectives. Well, when your head coach says, hey, we're Super Bowl contenders, I have to change how Super Bowl contenders don't beat the Jets by 2. I'm sorry, they don't. I don't know what the fuck. Now, they do come from behind and beat the Eagles, and they almost beat the Colts, and they almost lost. They're all up and down. However, I do think recently, and the reason I didn't believe that is because Bo Nix was missing, to me, a lot of easy passes, but they stomped out the Bengals, they beat the Eagles, they beat the Jets. I think in those games as well, where Bo Nix, he might miss a pass now, what he hasn't done these last couple of weeks is throw the picks. And that was my thing with the Broncos. And by the way, I'm saying all this because I go back and listen to them for, you know what I mean, sometimes. And I remember hearing us say this before, so I like to build on those points.
Like Bo Nix to me, if he misses the deep passes, for instance, but he doesn't throw the picks, they're fine. In fact, I think he was good against the Jets in a weird. The media has friends. Sean Payton worked at Fox Sports. I watch a lot of Fox, so I'm bringing this up for a reason. People were saying that on those shows that I was watching, that Bo Nix was the problem. Watching the game myself, Sean Payton called a ridiculous game plan. It was dumb. You remember how we said the only way the Jets could win is if the Broncos thought they were better and bombed them? That is literally what they did. I think I texted it to our group. I'm like, yo, they're playing exactly how we said they might play because Sean Payton's hubris is out of control. And actually, Bo Nix not throwing a pick in that game when stuff wasn't open, they actually threw the ball on their own 2-yard line. He hits a pass, and then it was a holding on the goal line because why are you throwing deep passes at the 2-yard line, at your own 2, up a point against the Jets? That is how the Jets took the lead. Sean Payton, that was coaching like almost malpractice all game. However, I think
He out here power tripping.
he is. He's losing it right now for no reason. I don't understand it, especially because they can run the ball, and then sometimes he won't lose it. Like the first half against the Eagles, I don't think that was play calling. I think our D-line was just dominating, and then he figured it out. But against the Jets, he just went in like, I'm hot shit, we're hot shit, we're going to cook them.
I feel like they just go in with a certain confidence against teams they consider themselves better than.
However, against the Bengals, they won 28-3. And I do think the good thing for them is that the Giants just want to blow out. Beware of a bad team that wins a game. Well, the Giants are going to try as hard as they can to not be bad. They're still 2-4. And if their quarterback leaves the game for any reason,
Which
the
he's
entire
very capable
sideline,
of.
if the quarterback leaves the game for any reason, the entire sideline will completely implode, and it will look like literal buildings are falling on their sideline. It was nuts.
What I will say is,
Did you pick the Broncos?
I did.
Okay.
What I will say is their play style is definitely Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo are at any point able to get hurt with the way that they play, and that's the whole offense. So that's never anything encouraging. Jackson Dart has gotten hurt all 3 games that he's played so far. That's never an encouraging sign for a team. It's fun. It's funny to watch. You know, memes, you know, all that stuff. But it's hard to trust for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's a Tony fun fact. I didn't even realize. Yeah. I know he was hurt the other 2 games.
He got hurt in all 3.
The first game. When did he get hurt in the Saints game? Oh, he did get hurt. He was on the sideline. I forgot. Oh, my God. So you're getting one guaranteed Russell Wilson possession. That's at best a 3-and-out. Yeah.
It might be. Last time it was a play, and then they were like, "All right, we got some perks for you."
No, against the Eagles, it was definitely multiple plays, and they had to punt the ball. I remember.
Okay.
Yep, that is what happened.
That's when the perks came out.
That's when they were like, that's when that wasn't just one play with him running, and that was like a whole rush through the ball. He ran to the tent. He was like, can we get him? No. Someone, I guess him, called another play. They just ran the ball. He was begging. He's like, can we get him back on the field? I need him by this next possession because we already gave up one possession with him on the bench.
It was so bad that Giants fans were like, I'd rather see Jameis.
Oh, yeah.
At least Jameis brings that same type of energy.
Jameis is at least Jameis could hit a pass. Jameis can hit a pass, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know if Russ can hit a pass.
Somebody gonna catch the ball.
Someone, yeah, exactly. Russ came in and threw that shit way out of bounds. He wanted no part of being in there throwing another pick. He's like, I'm not throwing any more picks this year. I don't give a fuck.
I gotta see the Jameis Scatterbo connection.
That would be crazy. Look. Yeah, I don't know why Jameis isn't the backup.
Because Russ is there.
Fuck him. Fuck that guy.
Jameis has the same vibes, man. Like
exactly.
He is the other Jackson Dart.
Jameis is the reason that the vibes became immaculate.
Yeah.
The dubs.
Yeah. Oh, I could just imagine Jameis Scatterbo and Dart all in a room together.
Yeah, well,
Just
you don't have to
having a
imagine. It
conversation.
happens almost every day, actually.
Exactly, but we
In
don't
real
see
life.
those.
It's true.
We don't see those. That's what the hard knocks need to be.
Yeah. Well, they did that last year with the Giants, and they didn't like it. That's when they got the breaking news that they were losing Saquon. Owner said, never again letting that in my building, I think.
Oh man,
Yeah, they told him. They
a
basically
year
told him.
too early.
Yeah. And it was also front office. Wasn't the official John. On the field, John.
Mm.
This is a tough one. I know where I'm going, actually. I know exactly where I'm going with this one. Packers beating the Bengals, winning by 9. We took the Packers to win by over 14 against the Bengals. That was bold. But the Bengals, we didn't know that Joe Flacco had arrived, too. And the Packers didn't know either. In the second half, Jamar Chase started getting force-fed the ball, something we will see for the rest of Joe Flacco's time with the Bengals. For them, though, they got the win. They are now 3-1-1. They are taking on the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett was out there cooking through for 300 yards, 320 yards. Jacoby Brissett losing by 4 to the Indianapolis Colts in his first game in action. Cardinals fans, you didn't see the comments, but Cardinals fans, after the video where I said that they're fucked, Did I show you that thumbnail?
Yeah.
It was basically Kyler Murray, like, we're fucked, because duh. And they were. But, by the way, shout out to everyone who watched. Cardinal fans told me, they're like, I think it's not, you're going to see, it's all Kyler Murray. It's not anybody else. And when Jacoby Brissett gets in, they're going to snap. Actual quote, before Jacoby played. The belief around Jacoby, huge. 320 yards, most of the Cardinals have had all season by 100 yards. Their passing game acts look relevant. And Marvin Harrison left the game early with a concussion. So for them to look that good, kind of incredible. Packers favored by 6.5. Tony El Tigre, who you got?
You know what's very interesting to me about the Packers? At the start of the season against the Lions, right?
Yeah.
Their defense looked incredible.
Yeah.
It doesn't look incredible to me anymore. They look good. I mean, obviously the Cowboys put 40 on them, but the Cowboys do that to most teams at this point. So the Cowboys are just a good offense. I think that showed how good their offense is, but
Yeah, they're top 3 offense in the league by any metric at this point.
But I don't know how. I mean, the Browns didn't do anything. Of course, they're not going to do anything. They're just
Commanders.
How much did the Commanders score?
13.
13.
Mainly 6.
Was
Had
that
Jaden in
Mer?
the box.
Okay. That was
Jaden was
Jaden.
there.
Oh yeah. That
That's
was
when
week
he
2.
got
That
hurt.
was week 2. Yeah.
He got hurt because of that game. They were fucking him up. They were fucking him up. Tony, you're going to pick a team?
Thinking.
Oh, he's thinking. All right, while he thinks, I'm doing it. Give me the Cardinals, man.
I was thinking.
I'm picking the Cardinals. Yeah, you can keep thinking. I just wanted to give people something to people are watching this.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Cardinals. I like Jacoby Brissett. I think the passing offense is there. Like you said, the Packers defense kind of up and down. Packers offense really up and down with Jordan Love. You know he's going to just do some reckless stuff. Can they cook the Cardinals defense? Yes. However, this is just personal. So, Tony, you pick whoever you want. I'm not picking the Packers again. I've picked them 4 straight times and been wrong every time because I keep taking them to cover these spreads and they never fucking do it. So at least if I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to mix up how I'm wrong and pick against the Packers. And if they look like that Super Bowl contender that everyone thinks they can be, if they actually smoke a team, they should be, I don't know, like the Cowboys or, I don't know, like the Bengals, then we'll see it. Or like the Browns even. That was one that made me mad. And I keep picking them, and I'm not doing it this week. I refuse. So they win by 14. They look great. Jordan Love enters MVP discussions. Cardinals defense is beat up. So be it. Jacoby Brissett under pressure because he can't breathe because Mike is on him. So be it. I haven't seen that team show up. I'm not banking on it again. Give me the Cardinals. I like what I saw last week. They played the Colts tight. The Colts want to blow you out. They wait. They are a front-running team, and the Cardinals didn't let them get away. And that's an impressive game.
Yeah, they are the most front-running team in the league at this point.
And you would think against you would think against the Cardinals, they could do it.
You know, it was for me, it was like head versus heart, right? I feel like my head was like the Packers should cover this, but my heart is like, I don't think they will. I'm gonna listen to my heart.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick the Cardinals.
You're a true romantic.
You know, you gotta really listen to your gut sometimes. Your gut tells you something,
Yeah.
and then your head is like, that's dumb. And that's happened to me enough times, like when I picked the Eagles over the Giants,
Yeah.
because that was pure head over gut feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick the Cardinals.
What is the path for the Packers to cover this game?
Jordan Love don't throw 50 picks.
He's only thrown 2 on the year.
It just feels like because he always throws pickable passes.
He does throw a lot of pickable passes. Guys, this is why, by the way, one of the reasons I'm doing this is you have to watch the games. Jordan Love's only thrown 2 picks, but him, Geno Smith, obviously. But other than Geno Smith, the guys who have low picks, who throw a lot of pickable passes, really are him and Daniel Jones. Sneaky. Daniel Jones throws pickable passes. It will cost them at some point soon, and he might go back to not throwing those pickable passes like he was earlier. Daniel Jones thinks he's that guy right now, and he's throwing crazy passes. Jordan Love always thinks he's that guy, and he will throw pickable balls. So now will the Cardinals catch him? They picked off Daniel Jones last week, though, by the way. They can do it. Actually, the one that they dropped was Budda Baker. They said Budda Baker hasn't had a pick since 2022, which is crazy. Actually a crazy stat. And he dropped one. Needs to get in the jug room. Catch some passes, bro. That ass. You got to catch that. That shit was right to him. That could have changed the game and the season. Anyway. Whoa.
My phone dropped.
I see. I know you got places to be, right?
I mean, how many games we got left?
4.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's the Packers' path. Run the ball. I mean, we know that you can run on them. And yeah, JT has to be, for them to cover, he's got to kind of light them up. I just trust the Cardinals' offense with Jacoby in there. Everything they did looked smart. Things looked open. Quick passes were there. And I think against the Packers recently, you're seeing things are open. Quick passes are there. That's all the Cowboys did up and down the field. They're just like, all right, we're just going to take these little, you guys aren't going to guard it. So I'm interested. I didn't think you were going to take the Cardinals there. I really didn't.
Gotta listen to my gut sometimes, man. I'm tired of listening to my head because my head keeps making the wrong decision.
That's true. Mine too. This one will be the ultimate test, Tone.
Oh, man.
This is going to be the ultimate test. Tony, the Tiger, has just told me head over stomach. So he's going to get the opportunity. Commanders, Jaden Daniels, coming off of a loss in which they played sloppy, fumbling the ball. Him and Bill Mursky Crockett, whatever his fucking name is, fumbling the ball, threw a pick, fumbled it 2 other times. Bill fumbled once, and then Jaden and him misconnecting on a handoff that just can't happen when they were winning the game, ended up losing the game to Jake Moody. You know, Deebo Samuel fuming. I think Deebo Samuel actually is injured now this game. I know Terry is. Banged up receiving core. Running game sketchy. Now, the game was outside. This game will be inside against the Dallas Cowboys. The worst offense, best defense in the league, Cowboys. We took the Cowboys to
opposite, but yeah.
Best offense, worst defense. Is that not what I said?
You said worst offense, best defense.
I meant what Tony said. And so the Cowboys' offense has been phenomenal. Their defense is kind of unwinnable in these types of games. However, they are at home. They're playing a Commanders secondary that's bad. A Commanders wide receiver that's beat up. But we just picked the Cowboys to beat the Panthers, and they lost that game and that spread. So I'm gonna do you again, Tony. Tony El Tigre. Because I picked first last time.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, the spread. Commanders -2.5.
-2. So it's basically a win. We've seen 1-point games for sure.
And 2-point games.
Yeah, true. Bad offense. Well, good offense versus well, both defenses are bad. CD's coming back, so that's Dallas is gonna have another weapon, and if and they're losing their weapons. No Terry, no Debo. Not having your receivers is tough for sure. So. Dallas's offense is very potent, but they really did just lose. So
That's good filibustering, Tone. You did a good job of taking up a minute. He's like, you give him an essay to write and you ask him to answer a question. He's like, and therefore, and furthermore, and in conclusion of my first paragraph, in conclusion of my original point, that means that. And then nothing has been said, and you get a good 150 words out of it. So there you go. A true, an art of our generation, really. But, Tony, El Tigre, who you got?
Ask ChatGPT.
Oh, my gosh. Yo. That's true.
That's this generation
That's
now.
a good point.
All right. Damn.
Head or heart, right?
It's just really hard to pick Dallas, bro, because they really do suck.
They do suck.
Oh man.
Do the Commanders suck?
They're injured for sure. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries all season.
They just lost to the Bears
They did.
at home.
Aren't they still 4-2, or are they 3-3?
I think they're 3-3 now.
And the Cowboys are
2, 3-1.
2-3-1. Damn, they just both suck.
Yes. An NFC East classic, baby.
I'll go with Dallas. I'll go against him this time and see what happens. If he wins when I go against him, then that's when I'll know.
Yeah, that's when you'll know.
Yeah. I'll be like, all right, made that mistake, won't make it again. Dallas games do be winding up like fucking 1-point games, so that's really what it is. Because their defense is so bad and their offense is so good, these games really do just be winding up 1-2 point games
Every time.
So I'm gonna pick Dallas. Fuck it. That doesn't even mean they win.
I don't know. I'm just gonna take the Cowboys, I guess. I'm trying to. A lot of the times, I just think about which scenario I'll feel dumber in. Jaden, iffy, last week wasn't great, but it's just the no receivers thing, and even the Cowboys' defense is so bad it might not even matter. But the Commanders' defense is bad too, and at least the Cowboys have their weapons.
And what's his face is a good running back too.
Oh, Javonte Williams.
Yeah, and their rush defense sucks.
Yeah, it's true. DeAndre Swift was cooking.
So bad run defense, and Dak is a better quarterback than Caleb, and he has better weapons than Caleb. So
I'll take the Cowboys, I guess. I don't feel great at all, but I can't, in good conscience, take a team that's beat up and they just,
it's just they do suck as well.
I know they're not good. They're going to let up these points.
Yeah, I don't know who gonna get them. I might just start looking for Washington receivers to start putting up in there. If Debo and Terry not gonna play.
Yeah, it's just so many injuries. Oh God, Commanders are favored too. It's also that point in the pod, man. I'm running out of steam here. I can't even think straight. I'm just gonna take the Cowboys. I'm sticking with you. I'm not leaving. I'm not giving up the game. For those who don't know, by the way, we are doing it. We've been doing all these games. We're doing a versus. So sometimes these picks come down to just. For me, this one specifically comes down. I don't want to lose a game. I'm up 3.
But you could also win a game.
I could, but I don't want to try that here. I don't trust it. Because even though you're wrong all the time, I'm also wrong all the time. So, I'll be wrong together. Fuck it. Path of the Commanders to win, just You get a turnover, and then you're playing the Cowboys defense, so you just do what you do. It's not really they could easily win this game. They're just a little injured.
Yeah, I feel like if they were healthy, I'd pick Washington.
Yeah, I would too. I just saw that report with all their wideouts out, and I think they just signed. I forget who. I saw the name, and I'm like, oh,
Down bad.
I forget who they signed too. I think it was Treylon Burks.
Oh, the A.J. Brown replacement guy.
Yeah. That's a tough John. Not the A.J. Brown replacement. That is what they did, though. So not great. Weird game. A real weird game, too. It's like, I don't know. But two we're taking. We were wrong on both of them last week anyway, so whatever. So fuck it. Oh, man, we got the Atlanta Falcons, Bijan Robinson, Michael Penis Jr., and a big win against the Bills. Monday Night Football, coming out, hyped up, Bijan going crazy, Penis hitting passes. Drake London had 150 yards by halftime, as did Bijan. Incredible game from that offense. Defensively, had Josh Allen in a bag. Didn't know this. The Falcons, #1 pass defense in the league so far this year. And they just had Josh Allen nowhere to go, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. A tough game for Mac. 2 interceptions, fumbling the ball all over the place. Not looking great. Not looking like the composed Mac that I wanted to start a QB controversy with, and now Brock Purdy will slowly be coming back and getting his job. But for now, I believe Mac Jones is starting, right? I think Brock Purdy's still hurt.
Saying Brock is supposed to come back.
Oh, God. Anyway, why? Anyway. That's wild. I took the Niners and was wrong last game. Tony took the Buccaneers against the Niners.
No, it will be Mac. You were right.
It will be Mac.
It will be Mac.
Niners -3.5 at home Sunday Night Football. I'll go first because I asked you first last time, I believe.
Yep.
I'm taking the 49ers. I like it. I think at home, I think the Falcons are a home team. I'm calling my shot. I think they're a home team. I think at the Dome they look different. I watched them shut down and shut out the Vikings at home, 22-6. Vikings haven't looked that bad all year. Then I watched them go to the road against the Panthers and lose 30-0. They almost beat the Bucks at home, 23-20, and they smoked the Bills badly. 24-14, that was a score, but they were in complete control of that game. They actually almost had a touchdown at half. Drake London just kind of like could have either gone down to kick the field goal or almost scored, but he stepped out of bounds right before he did score. It would have been 28-7, and they were boat racing them, and it looked crazy. And you're like, whoa. This is the Falcons team with all these weapons that we were thinking about and all the weapons that they've been acquiring. However, on the road, again, I watched them score 0. Actually, no, I'm changing my mind. Changing the pick. I just thought of something. I got to see the defense one time without Fred. I'm taking the Falcons. I can't do it. I just remember Fred isn't there. I got to see him without Fred. They could stop Bijan, but I need to see it without Fred 1 week. So I'm changing my mind. We're going with the Peen. We're going with the Falcons, Bijan, Drake. And the Falcons, that #1 pass defense, they did look crazy. And the 49ers have to throw the ball. That's going to be a problem. Like McCaffrey, great receiver. I think he's averaging, he has 440 yards receiving this year. What's that? So he's going crazy as a receiver. How many yards is he averaging? That's crazy. It's like 50 a game. Anyway, taking the Falcons. It's just that pass defense. It's just looking weird. 3.5's a lot, too, to be given. So if they only lose by a field goal, I get the win. I'll take it. I'll trust you, Falcons. I'll trust you one time. I'm taking a flyer. Scared because it's on the road, but whatever. Tone, who you got?
I also think it's tough to. I also think they're tough because it's just tough to trust them in back-to-back weeks. On top of it, it looks like 1 week they got it all together, and then the next week it doesn't. So they're a pretty difficult team to trust. Now, Drake London, it seems like they're figuring stuff out over there for sure. They're figuring out their offense a little more and whatnot. So, and this team and the 49ers just go through such stretches. And Mac Jones having his collapse last week definitely isn't encouraging going forward, especially when losing one of your best defenders on top of it. So this will probably be a high-scoring game on both ends of it. And if the 49ers are favored, then go with the Falcons. Not confidently because, again, any given week they look like they can be bad, but any given week they also look like they can be really good. So
It's a path for the 49ers to win.
the Falcons having one of those bad weeks that they're capable of having.
So you don't think there's any way the 49ers can just outplay them? You think the Falcons are just better?
I think if the Falcons play better, you know what I mean? Because they can be better. Their defenses, they have the pieces. They have the pieces to be one of the better teams in the league. It's just sometimes it shows up, and then sometimes it doesn't.
At the home and on the road.
Well, there you go.
I just don't. It's the only reason I'm honestly taking the Falcons is because of Fred. I think that's going to be huge because someone's got to guard Bijan, and the Falcons
Bijan is also an offensive player of the year candidate for sure.
Yes, and they will get him the ball. They do not forget he exists. He is involved in every play. They have plays now where he's literally at a wide out and he motions into the backfield and they hand him the ball. It's kind of wild. I'm like, wow, that's how they use the pistol. They have Algier next to him, Bijan running in the backfield, handoff, plus it's crazy. Or they just throw it to him. Catches the ball too. That touchdown run, insane. Bijan's a freak, and without a Fred to kind of counteract that, and again without Bosa to pass rush, I gotta see it because the Bucs were able to run it all. Now the Bucs are a different animal. They were able to run the ball and throw the ball over them. Maybe the 49ers will come in, take a week, make those adjustments. But I don't know if you can just keep adjusting to people getting hurt. And Salah said it during the game. The announcers pointed out that Salah said it that Fred was the key and the glue to their defense, and the communication was a problem.
Well, that's all I need to hear right there.
Yeah, I just forgot about Fred. And once I remember Fred, I'm like, hold up, wait. That's going to be a problem. Because the Falcons are going to run the ball. And the 49ers have not been good at running the ball this year. And that's the Falcons' weakness. The way they use McCaffrey's passing, the way Mac Jones has been looking so good is they just throw the ball. The Falcons, you kind of can't do that. We just saw Josh Allen try to do that and look bad. We've seen the Vikings try to do that. Now, the Panthers beat the Falcons because they just ran the ball. I'm trying to think who else played them and beat them. Baker. Remember we thought Baker was fucked up?
Yeah.
They were playing the Falcons. We were like, yo, Baker, what the fuck? Get it. We wanted fantasy points. We were like, yo, what the hell is going on? He hit 50% of his passes, but he didn't throw any picks, and they won the game because he clutched up. That Falcons defense is for real. Now, again, it could be the home road splits. I don't know. But that crowd wasn't with them when they were playing the Bills. It wasn't like a crowd advantage. Could be the dome. Maybe they get, I don't know. We'll see. I'm interested, though, for sure. The Falcons have piqued my interest. Absolutely.
Because all the talent's there.
Yeah.
And sometimes they put it together. And sometimes they don't.
Yeah. It's really a 50-50 split.
They are 3-3, aren't they?
Yeah.
They feel like a 3-3 team.
Yeah, they're 3-3. Beat the Commanders. They lost to the Bucs. Beat the Bills. Lost to the Panthers. I feel like they beat the Vikings, and they lost to somebody.
So they look good, and then they look bad. They win, then they lose, and they win, then they lose.
Yeah. Well, they just won. We're picking them to win again.
Which means they're gonna lose. I'm not gonna.
What? Yeah.
I'm not gonna switch though.
You're not?
I gotta see. Yeah, that's just tough. That's just at some point not having any players just has to matter, bro.
They got McCaffrey, and they are going to run him into the ground.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Who's their backup running back?
Brian Robinson picked him up, dropped him. He's trash.
Yeah.
Already tried that experiment. They tried to run it with him and they couldn't. If he was like Garendo and they could run the ball with him, they would do it.
Or Mason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or Mason. You can't keep just picking up randos forever. I mean, Robinson actually isn't a rando. They'd have been better off taking a rando.
Yeah. They traded a pick for him.
Mistake. Just kept Mason. Fuck, didn't they just keep Mason? Anyway.
He got paid.
They get paid. Oh, man, we got 2 to go, Tone.
Okay.
Hope you're ready. This next one. This next one, exciting stuff. You get Baker Mayfield and the Bucks, MVP Baker, Monday Night Football, 7 o'clock. You're not going to like when you hear this next one, but Monday night, 7 o'clock, Baker and the Bucks. I took the 49ers to beat them last week against the spread. Tony the Tiger went with the MVP and Baker, and he was correct. I was wrong, as they won the game 30-19, despite Ibuka getting hurt. Doesn't really matter. Whoever Ty Johnson is started cooking, and that was just it. Rashad White went off with still no Bucky Irving, and they just scored 30 on the 49ers. So who knows? They just score on everyone. Going up against the Lions, coming off of a loss in Arrowhead to the Chiefs, in which the defense kind of looked like it got shredded a little bit. They also let up 30. You got to fight. Brian Branch will be out now because he went and decided to just sock Juju in the face. Pow! Right in his shit. Jared Goff. Still okay, but not great in that game. With pressure coming up the middle, only 17 points for the Lions. Run game couldn't get it going against the Chiefs. However, this game, they could reclaim it. They can actually end up, I believe, tied for the first seed in the NFC. I think the Bucks have the best record in the NFC right now, 5-1, I believe. So you can end up tied for first in the NFC. You win this game at home for the Lions. The Lions favored by 5.5 points. Tony El Tigre, who you got?
Tough. This isn't an easy game.
No, it's not an easy game.
You
know what's fucked up?
What's fucked up?
No, I'm gonna let you go. Keep going before I say what I'm gonna.
The Bucks don't lose by that much. In fact, all their games for the most part have been close. Even the game that they lost, if every game feels like a close game.
Yeah, well, they lost by 8.
Yeah, but
which would have not covered the spread.
Yeah,
that we are looking at.
Yeah, but outside of that, for the most part, every game seems to have been a pretty close game. They just keep losing people. Mike Evans is supposed to be coming back on Monday.
He better fucking play.
He may or may not wind up playing.
Nah, he's playing.
Oh, they already said it.
Nah, he just better.
All right,
yeah,
all right, that's manifestation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Get your ass in there, Michael Evans.
The same way, when a bad team loses a game, you don't want to trust them. When a good team loses a game, you just expect them to keep losing. Now the Eagles, lost 2 straight. So
why the fuck? Hey yo. Whoa, wait. What the fuck did we bring up? All right, and you're filibustering. You can't attack my team. All right, and then what I was gonna say.
I'm still saying they're a good team.
What I was gonna say was fucked up is I go on, I rant and rave for 2 minutes. I give you all that time to think, and then you just never have an answer. Well, sometimes you have answers, but sometimes you filibuster. And filibustering's cool. We need to add to the podcast, but don't fucking bring the Eagles into this because we already beat one of these teams. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, shout out to the Eagles, man.
Yeah, man.
They're definitely a good team for
Keep
sure.
the name out your fucking mouth.
It's been working so far, and you know what?
What is it? Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it's been working so far. I'm just keep going with it. I don't love it. I really don't, because the Lions really can just swoop.
They can,
and they are front runners.
Yeah, they are.
So if they get that opportunity, they're gonna let it fly. But I'm just gonna keep trusting them.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Baker.
Yeah.
Or Bucks, whatever they are.
The Baker Bucks.
Hey, man. So, me and the Lions have a complicated history so far this season. Me and Tony made waves. One of our biggest pods, actually. And shout out to everyone watching and listening. We appreciate you guys. But me and Tony made waves because in, what's it called?
The Browns.
The Browns, yes.
Should have known after the Ravens.
We said that the Browns would keep it close with the Lions. They did not.
I think because they just played the Packers, but what we didn't realize is that the Packers are still the Packers, and they still kind of suck.
Yeah. But and then I believe in the Lions. I'm like, all right, they're smoking people. I take them to beat the Chiefs. They don't. They lost to the Packers. So here you go, Lions. Here's some more motivation. And you know what, fans? If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. Can they beat a good team anywhere? Let's start with anywhere. Because, all right, Packers game on the road, Chiefs game on the road, two good teams. We now know they struggle beating good teams, period. Now we can figure out, is it a home and road thing? Or can they just, not do it? You know? Because they did beat the Ravens. That was a big game at the time, for sure. But that was also at home. They're at home this game. -5.5. I'm taking Baker, though. I can't just keep going against Baker. I'm not doing it this week. And so there you go, Lions. Yeah, honestly, the Bucks are fucked up right now. They're beat up. They have a tough-ass schedule. They just had to beat the 49ers. They just played the Eagles and then the Seahawks and then the 49ers. That's a crazy. Really think about what the Bucks have gone through. Eagles, Seahawks, 49ers. They've come out of that 2-1. Now they play Detroit on the road. And the Lions should kind of beat them because they're injured. Their receivers are out. Their secondary's beat up.
And they lost a game against the Chiefs. They should come back out there with some vengeance.
However, Brian Branch is out. That Lions defense, man, was getting cooked with them. And I just know the Bucks can cook defenses at this point. So I'm just going to. And one thing I do know, Vita Vea, that's like Jared Goff's worst enemy, is pressure up the middle. And it's going to happen again this week. Way worse than Chris Jones was doing it. So I'm taking the Bucks, man. I am. I'm taking Baker, MVP Baker. I think that, I hate to be harsh, Lions fans. You wonder if this game's going to be it, but it's similar. But Goff has clear limitations. That's going to stop them from winning a Super Bowl. Maybe even making it, but I think definitely winning it. He can't run. And at a certain point, when teams start getting pressure and your quarterback has to just throw these little incompletions because the routes aren't open because he's under pressure and he can't move, whereas you're watching Baker every big third and long, go back, run, juke somebody out, and get a first down. It's just a different game. You're just playing a different sport at that point. And, that's why those runs are the reason Baker's MVP. The passes have been great. Goff has been just as good throwing the ball. The Lions are number 2 in scoring this year. However, we saw them 13 against the Packers, 17 against the Chiefs. Pressure. Any type of pressure. We saw inside pressure. We saw outside pressure. Whatever the pressure, you stop the run, you get pressure, in trouble. The Bucks normally pretty good at stopping the run. Vita will get pressure. And Baker will score. So, hey, look, Lions fans. I know you're watching. We love you. He's not a lion. Could call him a liger. And this is another game I'm picking the Bucks because I can't not do it. But thinking about it logically, the Lions are running up. Now, the problem as well is you can be a running up team, but will Baker let you get up enough to run it up? Probably not. And then if it's close, who do I trust more late in the game? I mean, the MVP right now. So it's a big spot, though. For the Lions, you don't normally get opportunities like this where you lose a tough game like that, where you've lost now 2 games
to competing teams, and that is the only thing to me you have to establish this year. And it could be a little carryover from last year. You lost in the playoffs to the Commanders. I don't know. It just feels like in these bigger games, Jaden Daniels, Patrick Mahomes, Jordan Love, those guys can make bigger plays that Goff can't. So I don't know. I'm taking the Bucs. Now, all that being said, the path for the Lions to win, pretty simple. They run the ball. They're effective. Amara starts cooking, and then everything works. And Aiden Hutchinson makes some plays. And without Abuka out there, I mean, you'd think the Lions defense, I mean, you don't have that much to guard. But you're all-pro safety got kicked out of the game, got kicked out this week because he decides that he's tired of getting picked on and he wants to punch somebody in the face. So, okay, well, that's cool.
That is a crazy explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying to bully me out there.
They always try to bully me out there.
That's a crazy explanation.
Like, what? Nigga, it's not middle school, bro. Bully you.
So I had to show him who's
Yeah.
I had to show him I'm not pussy.
He did show him that for sure.
Yeah.
Showed everybody. You can sit on the bench, but at least you're not pussy. So that's good.
That's normally how that goes.
Yeah.
Kind of literally.
Yep.
You can sit right here, but at least you weren't a bitch.
Yeah, 100%. Right in this cell.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, Lions fans. We'll see. I just don't believe in y'all right now. I gotta be honest. Against a good team. I believed. I'm like, if there's ever a team they could beat, and I know that the Chiefs were kind of we're getting it back, but it's like the Chiefs' defense showed vulnerabilities, and they couldn't exploit it. So, like, every big game, it can't happen. Now, you're at home, right? Maybe they're a home road team. My problem with that is even at home last year, they lost to the Commanders in the playoffs or whatever. We shall see. All right, Tone. All right, Tone. I know this is our last one of the week, but wait till we get to the end of this. This game, Seahawks, Sam Darnold, JSN, who I called the best receiver in the league, taking on the Texans and the number one defense in the league, and a C.J. Stroud. I believe they had a bye week last week, and they have slowly started to get it together. In Seattle, Seahawks favored by 2.5. Last time the Texans played, they were playing against, who the fuck were they playing? Oh, the Ravens. Easy lock. I don't even think I locked it, but easy win. Smoked them 44-10. They suck. The Seahawks, they took on the Jags. I took the Jags. Tony took the Seahawks. He was correct as they beat the Jags on the road. Early morning game, too, 1 o'clock. This, not any of that. West Coast game, Monday Night Football, 10 o'clock. First off, fuck you, NFL, for that shit. 10 o'clock is crazy. That's some NBA criminal
I was about
activity.
to say, are they the NBA now?
It's fucked up, man. The fuck is that shit?
Yeah, I will not be watching that game.
I might have to. It's my job, basically.
I will be asleep.
I know. You'll be somewhere Perth or something.
Exactly.
Last game of the week, Tony El Tigre. Who you got?
I'm going to stick with them. I don't even know if I'm sticking with them or I'm just not picking them. I'm going to go with Seattle. It's a 3-point spread. I think that Seattle is better than the Texans. The Texans, like you said, they won that game against the Ravens. Who else? They beat someone else before them.
The Titans.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks.
You don't believe in those wins?
No, I don't. Not at all. Oh yeah, because I picked the Titans. I did pick the Titans. Now
did.
that was the we some shit, I ain't gonna lie week, but
Oh.
that
was the week that cemented it.
Yeah, he was like, damn, we lost to the Texans, bro. They suck. And then they went and played the worst team in the league. Are we not playing? Oh, we're not. We are on a bye. Oh man, no No Ravens slander this week. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I want to slander them real
They
quick.
get a week off to recover. Get
No,
Lamar back.
no. They fucking suck. I just want y'all don't forget about the Ravens. They suck. So,
I
just
think
want
you
to get
guys
it
are just
off my
spoiled
chest.
as Ravens fans. I think you're just a spoiled fan base.
The Eagles fan is saying that. That's crazy.
How are we spoiled?
Because they won a Super Bowl under 10 years ago, and if they don't win a game, this team fucking sucks.
Who says that's the media saying
That's
that?
y'all,
Who?
the fan base.
I haven't said that.
Maybe not you, but I know how Eagles fans get. Man,
That's
I hate this team, man. They never get it done. They
Man.
just got it done.
Who are you Who are you quoting?
People.
Can you talk about the Texans Seahawks game, please?
I ain't filibuster this time. I made my damn pick.
That's true. I'm taking the Seahawks. JSN's the best receiver in the league. Although the Texans, it's interesting. This is the game where we will see. Because a lot of
Are
sometimes
they back?
I don't think it's are they back. I'm going on the other end here. The Texans' defense right now has been number 1 in the league in defense. We will find it out this week. Now, the Jags did hold down the Seahawks to some degree. They held them down to 20, so that's pretty good. But we're going to find out, I think, about the Texans' defense because they have Daniil Hunter on one end, Will Anderson on the other end, rushing the passer, Stingley at cornerback. The defense is very, very good.
Yeah.
And if their defense can do anything with this team, I will not look at the Texans the same. Seriously. Because they have the number 1 defense, but I have to see it play out against a good team. Now, they kind of held Baker down, too, but Baker just clutched up on him in the end. So, you got to win that game. I don't know if they have to – they kind of do have to win this game. They're 2-4.
Yeah.
So, for me to respect them, they kind of got to win this game. Even though it's on the road in Seattle. So I'm taking the Seahawks. I do think that the Texans, if their offense is anything close to what it's looked like in the last 6 quarters, and that would be impressive because, again, the Seahawks defense is pretty good, and they're really good at getting pressure, actually. Oh, yeah, the Seahawks going to win this game. Just remembered. They're third in the league in
defense
sacks.
is also very good.
Yeah, the Seahawks are third in sacks, though.
And CJ's get sacked.
Yeah, so
For
fuck all
sure.
that other shit. He's going to get.
And they
It's
still
not
don't have a
C-
running game.
It's not a CJ thing. It's their offensive line. It's trash.
Yeah.
When they played the Ravens and the Titans, they're like, okay, cool, I can breathe. I can throw the ball. Seattle has Leonard Williams going crazy. They got
The Texans themselves.
DeMarcus Lawrence has been going crazy for the Seahawks.
We don't talk a lot about the Texans, but the Texans themselves have changed my whole philosophy on how I'm picking teams. I'm like, if their offensive line is bad,
That's what changed your
I'm
philosophy?
not going to pick them. Yeah, not the Texans.
Yeah.
The Texans themselves. Now, obviously, I know offensive lines matter.
Yeah.
This isn't like something I've learned this year.
Yeah.
But good quarterbacks. But you look at people like Burrow and stuff like that. Great quarterbacks can overcome them. Obviously, CJ.
Is the Bengals' offensive line bad? They looked really fucking good last night. Maybe Burrow just stands there. Dead ass. Joe Flacco looked like he had all day against this team, like all fucking day.
Well, Chase Brown hasn't looked that good all season, even with Burrow there.
Maybe because, you need a guy who can hit a pass.
Burrow can hit a pass?
Burrow played 1.5 games.
And Chase Brown didn't look good in those as good as he did last night.
And the Jags. The Browns and the Jags.
Okay. Those are good defenses. Yeah. But the Steelers are also a bad defense. And we've seen that they are bad at defense.
So you were saying the Texans changed your philosophy. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, just my thought process on these teams. I'm like, okay, a good quarterback can overcome a bad offensive line. And I'm like, either they can't, or either CJ's not as good as I thought he was. It's one of these two things. He's not very mobile. So mobility, as you mentioned with Jared Goff has a great or at least a very good offensive line.
Yeah.
And he still can't do anything under pressure because he can't move.
Yeah.
So
I think Stroud can move more than Jared Goff.
He definitely can do that.
But I understand what you're saying.
So I'm like, okay, if a very
but
good.
the thing with CJ Stroud that you have to remember is he just lost a little bit of mobility.
Oh yeah, he got old.
Yeah, he got old. He's washed. Yeah, I remember he lost a step. He used to be faster, dude. That's the thing. So
give me
it's
the
like,
Seahawks, bro. You know, I keep forgetting about the Texans lore because we
Yeah.
don't talk about them that much.
Talk about them once a week. I talk about them too. What do you mean who doesn't talk about them?
But I feel like they're not one of those teams that we like harp over. You know what I mean? We harp over some teams a little more than we do the Texans. Like we talk about all these teams, but other teams
We harped on the Texans a lot when they were losing to the Jags, and we were laughing at them, and we were like, this offensive line is terrible.
Yeah.
We can't talk about shit when you play the Titans and the Ravens. We're harping on them now, though.
Yeah, we're toughly talking.
I'm
about
just happy that the Texans were the team that turned around your whole philosophy on predictions, and that's why you are 40-62.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that the Texans did
The Texans made me worse. I blame the Texans for why I'm worse at it now.
You just go in thinking about offensive lines, and you don't remember to pick the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, which team has a better O-line? Okay, that's the team I'm going to pick. I don't care how good your skill
That is why you
positions
picked
are.
the Titans over the Raiders.
That is, literally.
That's bad.
That is.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, yeah, the Raiders' O-line sucks. Even though it's a rookie quarterback and they admitted that they suck. I didn't pick a lock yet, so let me see let me see the games again real quick.
I
Let me
got
just
you.
look
Give me
at
a
the
second. I
screen.
just want to finish this, and then I'll get to your locks. You can make your locks. Texans' path to a victory. Get some sort of a run game. Block.
No.
Don't get sacked 8 times. Trevor Lawrence, by the way, last week got sacked 7 times. And unlike Justin Fields, because Trevor Lawrence was playing the Seahawks, unlike Justin Fields, and I harp on Trevor Lawrence, he had no chance. Like, it wasn't like, just standing there. No, he was actually just getting pressured. Their left guard was getting whooped, and they're running stunts with Leonard Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence over here. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then when they did finally have some time, there was holding. He had literally no chance all game. That was the one game I was like, oh, wow, this guy's just getting fucked up back here. Because even when he completes a pass, it's a holding. It's kind of fucked up. Twisted. But that's just how bad I don't think the Jags O-line is that bad. I just watched them against the Chiefs not look that bad. So maybe the Seahawks D-line is that good.
I know their secondary is good for sure. Like, they just have a good
Well, the problem with the
defense.
Seahawks secondary is it's injured right now. So, like, you saw the Bucks kind of rip them apart. I don't know how injured they are at this current moment. They were kind of getting cooked by the Jags. You know what I mean? But it was the plays were just getting taken back. It was actually, they had a bomb to Brian Thomas, and then it was like a Travis Hunter illegal formation. Now, the Texans, my thing is, Nico, they only have one. So at least they have Travis Hunter and Etienne and like other weapons out there. The Texans literally just have Nico Collins, and that's like it. And that's just going to have to figure it the fuck out. And I don't like one-trick ponies against a defensive coordinator like this and a team that I think is at least good, really good.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I know you want to say one more last thing, but I just want to say something real quick. Sneaky news. The Seahawks, I saw a rumor that they want to trade for A-Chain. Please don't do that, Dolphins. Please just don't fucking do that, dude. Don't give them A-Chain. They don't need him. Because that would just be really annoying. JSN, A-Chain, and Sam Darnold actually might win a Super Bowl. I'm not even kidding. With a defensive coordinator. Because how do you stop that? That's like a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Every play. You can just throw A-Chain the ball and he can go fucking 50. So
We learned who the best coach on the Ravens truly was.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was bailing y'all out. I mean, he's the defense was first.
Yeah.
The offense just fell
They were
apart.
that was the year y'all
could've
all-time
won,
great
yeah.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
It was. Yeah, it was.
And ever since he left
They also
our
had
defense,
Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen, which is
Roquan
crazy.
Smith is still right there. Patrick Queen
Hurt.
left. Yeah.
Injured.
Just like the rest of the team.
They're all hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, put the Harbaughs in jail.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Not too soon. They'll get out of there. You got to wait a little bit.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
They'll get
Also, I want to say, in regards to the rushing game, one of the biggest fallacies that I saw this year was Woody Marks going out there 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or whatever, when he had like 2 touchdowns and like 100 whatever yards, looking like doing what like Rico Dowdle and everything was doing, and he took the role from Nick Chubb, and then the next week they played Nick Chubb more, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
How does that? What happened there?
What happened is they were playing the Titans, and then they were playing the Ravens, and they wanted to get Nick Chubb some confidence.
Yeah, nah.
So Nick Chubb got a touchdown.
Yeah, nah. The dude showed explosiveness. Nick Chubb is washed.
Did you pick up Woody Marks for your fantasy team? Is that what happened?
I did.
Everyone did that. You guys gotta ask me. When you watch the games, you know I'm not taking a Texans running back. They don't throw the ball enough. They don't check it down enough. They don't do quick things efficiently. That's why I'm not picking them in this game. They don't run a detailed, sophisticated offense that can just get the ball. They beat the shit out of the Ravens, and they look like they started doing some of those things. But like the Steelers, for example, their offense is all sophistication. They just, or it's Rodgers running in a circle. But I know they're going to have a flat route, a short route, and he's going to pick one. And he's going to throw it as quick as possible. That's what he does.
Yeah.
CJ's trying to hold on to that shit and throw it deep. He is.
With no time.
Yes. And one receiver. So, he changed it last week, but it was the Ravens. So it's like, it's a little easier when everything's wide open.
Every time I think about this game is closer and closer to being my lock. Because I'm thinking about it, and we keep talking about it. I'm like, yo, they really do suck.
So hold up real quick. Okay, here we go. We're going to do our locks for week 7. Thank you. I already did mine, so I'll just restate it. I have... Did you actually pick the Titans? Or no? Did I write that down wrong?
Who were they playing again?
The Patriots, -6.5.
I picked the Patriots.
Okay, I wrote you down for the Titans. I have the Patriots, -6.5. Oh, I think the L was for lock, and locking them in. Locking in the Patriots. Drake May, new coach for the Titans. Brian Callahan out. Mike McCoy in. Titans scored 3 points on the Raiders. Patriots, I just need them to be decent. And I think they're going to score some points and win by over a touchdown. Lock it in. I've been correct. Oh, man, I know. I'm scared, but I got to say it. It's just a fact. I've been correct on my last 2 locks.
What's your record and what's my record? I'm curious.
What, total? Or
Yeah,
locks?
total.
My record, 43-59. Your record, 40-62.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, we're both pretty bad.
Yeah, we
Getting worse.
Yeah, progressively.
Yeah. Learning more of the nothing that we know.
I cannot see the games.
Oh, sorry. If you can read this handwriting, let me know. If you can't, I can read them out to you.
All right, I can. Let me see. Who are the Rams playing? Oh, the Jags. Okay.
Yeah.
Rams.
This is big because
Dolphins,
for those who don't know, locks,
Browns.
we're doing this thing, obviously, we're being competitive, trying to see who gets more of them right. And a lock is worth 2 wins if you get it right, 2 losses if you get it wrong. So really the locks have been a differentiating point for this year. My season turned around, taking the lead on Tony when I started picking better locks, a.k.a. finding the Bengals. But they're gone now because Joe Flacco's there, and there's no Jake Browning. So that actually changed the season when I took the Bengals lock during the previews. Had to do it. I had to leave out of there. I had to leave the Jake Browning era.
I'm just going to take the Seahawks. I'm looking at everything. The Seahawks looks like the strongest one.
Are you gonna? Okay.
I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm locking the Seahawks to beat the Texans by over 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, that's my lock.
Usually pick the Texans #1 in defense in the league. However, their offense has been abysmal against teams not named the Ravens and the Titans. The Seahawks obviously look great. Last week they beat the Jags. They've been a consistent team, and JSN might be the best receiver in the league. So those are our locks for the week. Tony taking the Seahawks over the Texans. I am taking the Patriots. Seahawks over the Texans -2.5. They have to win by more than 3. I am taking the Patriots over the Titans by 6.5, meaning they have to win by a touchdown or more. Cam Ward, Do what you gotta do, baby. I believe in you. And, hey, man, thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed. Had a couple of views, people in the chat. We will be streaming all these previews going forward. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Later, Gators.
Deuces.